What's going on, everyone? MikeO back once again. Hobby Palooza 2021 after party hangout. I've got Dave's midlife card crisis and Big Scott 35 joining me. Sorry for the late start. Some technical difficulties I was working my way through. What I should do is just blame it on the two Mets fans I have with me. I know Dave's wearing that Yankees hat, but they're both Mets fans, so I'm a little outnumbered here today. But how you guys doing?
Good. I was trying to be nice and not
I do have a national show.
Oh man, you're double trouble. Well, I mean, the Phils have actually ended the first half on a positive note. They played really well in Chicago, Boston, and actually finished at 500. So considering the trouble they've had, not too bad. But of course, the Mets are front running. But what did you guys think of Hobby Palooza?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I didn't get to see too much today because I was working most of the day, but I was on there majority of the stuff yesterday.
I was in and out on most of them for 2 days because it's the weekend. You got to get stuff done. And I thought it was really good. It's always good to bring the community together in any way, shape, or form. And this is you talking, not JT, correct?
What's that?
This is you and not JT talking, right?
Yep.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, I got to see that. But definitely welcoming in those back pages. What's going on? She blinded me with refractors, 357. Victor, the rookie card specialist, had a blast watching as much as possible. I was in every stream checking them out. You know, some of them the entire stream, some of them as much as I could. And any ones I didn't finish, I hit that watch later button, so I'll go through. And they're perfect to play when you're sorting cards or packaging up stuff. So it's always a good time. You guys fired up for the National?
Yeah, ready to go. Ready to go.
I can't get here soon enough.
It's getting here soon, a couple weeks away. It's crazy.
Right.
Well, I think Mike said it was like 17 days now. That's what I heard him say today. So
I try and just forget about it, and then all of a sudden, you think about it like a week later. Oh shit, 10 days, not bad.
Well, I've been getting by watching some old Nationals videos. I think I was watching a little bit of MikeO and Dave Top Stadium Club break earlier today.
God, that was AC. What was it? What was AC? 2015?
16, I think.
16?
Yeah.
Aim for AC 2022. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of it, but as someone not far away from it, definitely can't wait. That should be pretty awesome. And there's just so much flexibility. I can go back and forth, stuff like that. Can convince a special guest to head there with me for at least a day. So that'll be fun too.
Yeah, I thought AC was great. I thought it was good last time. I mean, obviously the travel part's not real good because you got to fly to Philly and then get a ride to AC. But other than that, you can the casinos, the beach bars. I thought the show was good. So.
You're just looking for ways to spend more money. I don't know. The hobby's changed a little bit since then. You might have to cut those things out.
You might skip the show and save money by just going to the bar. I don't know.
It is a good time. And, that's one of the big things that's, amazing about the National. Obviously, the cards are awesome. Hunting for stuff for your PC, hunting for the rare stuff, finding those values, because there are values to be found. I mean, it's just the scope and size is tremendous. It's so big. There's no doubt you're going to find great deals. But the thing that makes it different is the amount of people who show up and being able to hang out and get to know people you get to know better. People that you hardly know, you get to know and build a relationship with them. You meet new people, you kind of cement relationships, and it's amazing. It's so much fun. And next thing you know, you're addicted and you're going every single year.
Yes. I am very addictive. This is my fifth one. So yeah. I missed it one year and it was like taking off a limb. So that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I missed not this last Chicago, but the one before that. And that was the year my daughter was born. I was still trying to sneak out there for at least a day or two. And
Oh, I remember that.
like, I can fly out there Friday, come back Saturday night. I can do this. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Well, and you build like those lifetime memories, right? So the videos, you know, you don't go, the thing is, you want to make content there, you want to make videos, and I think it's important to, but it's also important to not get lost in it. You know, when I first went out there, I remember just wanting to being like, oh, I want to make all these videos. And what you eventually figure out is, no, I want to go there and have the experience and enjoy it and hang out. And sure, you get a few clips here and there. And then, of course, at night, you make your nightly recaps because they're fun and you can go back and watch it yourself. Of course, others will watch it and enjoy it and all that. But like Dave was saying, you know, every year I know we're the same, Dave, where we go back, you know, whether it's a month beforehand or whatever, and you start watching your own videos and you start watching others' videos and friends' videos, and you see it, all those memories come rushing back. And you can even look at your own kind of nightly or just the full recap and be like, oh, damn, I got that. And then you'll see like, oh, I got that for a good price. That was a good move. Oh, I bought that. That was probably silly, you know, and you can kind of learn from that and just enjoy the hell out of it. Ton of fun.
Hey, real quick, let me so Andy just asked if I'll be at the Dallas show. No, I'm probably not. But if you go out there, let me know, man. I may try to swing by or like skip out of work and not tell my boss. I mean, I make my own schedule, but you never know. And then what's up, Michael Shane? I saw you said what's up earlier. So
Michael's an awesome dude. Hope to see him there. Don, look forward to seeing him there. But no, I would definitely make a recap video either nightly or at the very least make one after it. But it's definitely just fun to do for sure. But I would definitely suggest avoid becoming addicted. Like, oh my gosh, I have to make a video. I have to release it. I mean, there have been plenty of times where I think myself, Dave, Ed, we'd be like hanging out and be like, oh, I'm going to make a recap. And be like, yeah, now let's go out and get something to eat. And then we go out to the party thing. And then next thing you know, it's like 2:30 in the morning and like, I guess I'll make a recap real quick. And then, you know, you'd hear someone yell, go Mets in the background of my video or go Phils or something at the back of Dave's video. So it's always good times.
Was it last year where Ed was like walking behind you while you were doing it, like in the room?
probably that or me, one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's hard to control those 2:30 in the morning videos.
Oh, we've done all kinds of stuff. Gosh, see the live streams can be kind of fun too, as long as you don't get yourself in trouble. Doing that one, what was that? Was that Chicago, Dave?
No, it was Cleveland. We did that one in Cleveland.
The one that was like the bar video that was like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
People were going back to their hotel room, laying in bed, watching it, and then coming back.
Yeah, like Ed left, and then all of a sudden he's commenting on the video. He went back and started just watching us. And then I think he got towards the end, it was just like me, you, and Fabian still there. And me and Mike were not really sober at that point. So.
Yeah, that's a classic video with the community. I think everybody still kind of talks about that one. I was actually at that hotel. I was just upstairs, passed out. I didn't catch it until the next day, and I kind of kicked myself. I didn't come down, but
yeah, I'm a little upset. Like, because even like so, the first night we were there, we found a little like sports bar we were hanging out with, and that was a good place. And then the next night we went to that hotel. I was like, this is like the perfect spot for like in Cleveland to have a good get together at a great lobby, great bar, like plenty of space. And then obviously Cleveland's now shut down. So no more Cleveland National probably. So kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, Cleveland was a nice destination. Sure, again, not perfect. Chicago's probably the best setup, being central, but also the hotels being set up, being able to get something to eat, being able to get in and out of the National. But Cleveland was just so spacious.
yes.
And obviously the hotel rooms were fairly cheap, more of a distance, so it became more problematic. But you could, I mean, obviously nowadays with Uber plus, you know, with such a tight knit community, it was easy for people to find rides, especially if you had some sucker who rented a car and, drove there, and then they would pile 5-6 people in their car and give them rides back and forth, raise your hand if you did that. But that was the center. What's the, I can't
remember. IX Center or something, or?
Yeah, I think it is IX or something like that.
Yeah, something X. But when, it was just so big. It was spacious. You could move around and breathe. I feel like Chicago will be tight. AC will be tight. So, and AC, of course, with the travel. But I don't know. We'll see if another destination gets mixed in at some point.
Yeah. I think AC, obviously this year's going to be massive. AC kind of is not as busy, I don't think, as the previous, like Chicago is going to be. I think because people they won't want to go because of there's no airport really you can get to in AC. You have to fly out a lot, and then probably some people may not want to go because of all the casinos. They're scared to gamble all their money away. But either way, I'm going to go, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm going to try to figure out what's the best route to get there from where I'm at, northern Iowa, but
whatever it takes.
That's I have to drive an hour to an airport to get to an airport here, so might as well drive an hour when I get there too. So
it'll be fun though.
Yeah. Anybody know if the Nationals opened up any more space like they did last year in Chicago, where that red carpet area was? Or
I haven't honestly paid attention. I'm just too excited to get there and hang out and wander around.
Yeah.
Get to go in a half hour earlier than Wesker Griff. He'll be there at the time it opens anyway. If it's anything like last year,
that's because
he'll be up like wandering around like just chomping at the bits to go, and it'll be sound asleep, and we'll just be like, all right, peace.
Well, dude, was that last year? He went to bed like
2 years. Well,
like
2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to he skipped out on a baseball collectors get together. He was too tired. I'm like, what do you mean you're too tired? And he passed out for like 15 hours.
Yeah.
We had to send someone in to check his pulse.
Jeez. So is that happening this year? I haven't heard. I know they said something about it. But.
Yes, I think Mike said today on that last live stream they're just on that they're going to do something at the Embassy Suites, I think he said.
Yeah, they're doing it Thursday. Friday's the Filmington party.
Yeah.
Is that where the last one was at? Was it the same place? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what hotel is what hotel. I still don't know where I'm staying. I mean, I know I'm staying with Dave, but I keep forgetting what hotel it is. I'll just ask him every few days. Like, yo, someone just asked where I'm staying. Where are we staying?
Yeah, but you've only known since, December, but whatever.
I mean, I just keep forgetting. I don't even remember how I'm getting there. I didn't book that either. I let Ed book his first flight. I'm like, you take care of that. So if I don't make it there in time, that's on him.
So the guy that goes to sleep all the time, you let him be in charge of booking your trip.
Yeah, I mean, I got to double check that.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I wanted to drive. He was anti-driving.
How long of a drive is that for you?
Too long, but there's a lot of advantages to drive. I mean, Chicago's a little more. I think Cleveland was 9 hours for me, but the best part about that was like Sunday I can leave early, or if it's good enough, I'll just stay.
Right.
I could buy whatever I want, just as long as it fits. I mean, you can only bring so much with you on a plane,
right.
So.
All right, so I got a couple. Let's go through some of these comments real quick. So Blackjack 2020 asked, do the two Mets fans have an ultimate Mets collection similar to how Mike's has an ultimate Phillies collection? Tops 52 through 2021. I do not.
I am working on my cousin of Mike. I did steal that from him or borrowed it, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. So, yes, I am working on that. But the Mets are not 1952, so we get to
cheaters.
Yeah, we get to cheat a little bit. But I can tell you, the '60s high numbers are not cheap. I can tell you.
Hey, there's nothing better than paying big money for a guy who hit 187 in his career.
Yeah, that's right. You're like, what?
Yeah, and I don't kind of collect that way because I do collect other than Mets. So I'm all over the place with some Yankees and then football, a little basketball, and then just all around good players.
Guys who kind of made an impact on the big leagues.
Yeah, so like I have just I would say a mess of a collection. So I can't be focused on just like Mets cards from Tops. I just got to get them all of all these different things. So
I'm all over the place as well, but that's one of my many things I work on.
I mean, admittedly, I'm all over the place too. If you saw me rifling through all my stuff trying to I have like the Philly stuff together, but somehow all my containers and boxes got intertangled with all my other stuff, and I'm rifling through stuff, and I'm just like, I got a problem. I'm a baseball card junkie.
Is that a problem, though?
I mean, sometimes when it takes you like 6 hours to get through all your stuff to set up for a video that I had way too much stuff that I could show off in an hour's time. So
I thought you were building a fort when you showed the picture before.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
Well, you know what Barkley said? It's the same thing about gambling. It's only a problem if you can't afford it. So if you can't afford to lose. So. Looks like you're doing all right.
Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed by all the stuff you actually had. I didn't, didn't even like realize how much, even like the one-on-ones you had, and then you get even those older school cards, all the pre-war and all that random weird stuff.
I had so many boxes of just like inserts and stuff that I wanted to like go through. I could tell so many stories. Like my favorite is the guys who like most people never would have heard of. And I'm just like, dude, this guy, I wanted to come across a Danny Tartable card and be like, this bum stole what, like $6 million to have 7 at-bats, broke his foot in the first week of the season.
But yeah, you and your dad told some great stories. That was very good. Very good.
That was definitely something I wanted to do for a long time. The original plan was I had asked him, and we were going to do a video right before opening day 2020, which obviously got delayed to August. I got caught up with things, and then it got to the point where I was like, I don't know, it just didn't happen. And then I wanted to do it this year, didn't happen. And I was going to try and do something with him, coordinate something to do something for Father's Day. That didn't happen. And then I was like, I kept thinking of what I wanted to do. And, I saw like a lot of people were doing just what we're doing now, talking, which is awesome. I like, but I was like, you know what? I do want to show cards because last year I had a bunch of people on and we just talked, and I loved it. I thought last year was great, but I was like, how can I do a showcase? And then it like popped up. I'm like, this makes sense. And then I was like, damn, I got the late time slot, which I was fine with. And then all of a sudden I was like, can I coordinate that to get him to be cool with doing it and not like manipulate everything going on in the schedule that was, determined forever ago. And it all worked out. So I was happy with it. I mean, I remember Bob Lewis doing videos with his dad and thinking how cool that was. And I know other people have done it. So I just thought that would work out well. And hopefully everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it reminded me of like when Silver Jackify did his with his dad.
Oh, yeah, he did them too. His are awesome.
Yeah. We got Mr. Fisher Bike in the house. What's up? JWR Sports Card Guy. Let's see.
A lot of activity there. Definitely fun. Appreciate everyone watching. So we just chit-chat a little bit about the Hobby Palooza, the National. Dave almost won the prize in mine. So close. Just beat out.
Dude, I'm pretty sure even Ray from Phillies, I lost his by one person too. The second place.
You got to type a little. You got to get that connection just a tad bit quicker.
Well, I kept thinking like you're going to ask like a second part to the question, or even like when Ray goes, "Who's whatever this was," and No, just that. And then when I hit the button, it was already too late. I had to type for like several seconds.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things I remember at the beginning. I'm like, remember to announce that there's going to be a giveaway, and then remember to do the giveaway before there's like 5 seconds left. And like, of course, I'm trying to like time it. I want to let my dad tell some stories. I do want to show some cards. I want to get through as much as I can. There's so much to multitask, and I'm just like, I remember a few times I wrote down I was going to ask either what year did I open my first pack and kind of get into it, or I was going to ask the players with the home run ball story. And so I ended up asking the year. And I love when you see a bunch of guesses, like random ones. I'm like, that's way off. So clearly you haven't been watching this stream or not paying attention.
Yeah, I already knew the answer too before we like not even watching the video. So I'm like,
well, long time subscriber and viewer, because I definitely have told that a number of times.
I was up doing cards while I was listening, so I wasn't even close to my computer even doing anything. So
we wish you were going too, Mr. Fisherbike.
Yeah, of course, the year that I missed the National is the year that Jason went. So I still haven't met him.
So is there any fears that they might like restrict how many people, not because of COVID, but how many people because of like fire regulations or something like that?
I don't even know what the rules are, but it is amazing that they sold out of the VIP passes. I know the general admissions are available, but I don't know. There were all those rumors, months ago about, they're going to have time slots. You can only go for a few hours, this and that. So,
no, and I think I already have my tickets. I mean, I don't know. I think Mike, you already got yours.
I got
So, I mean, reality is mine's on my phone, so I just got to walk in. I can see where they're going to have some people going up to buy daily tickets, and they say, no, you got to wait for a little bit or, at that point. But if we get there so early, we should be good to go.
Yeah, I know. I think last time they did it there, that Saturday, I heard some commotion about that because there was so many people there during the midday part of it. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, and I would say Saturday is probably going to be the only day there might be an issue. I don't think Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon, and Friday probably not. And then Sunday is usually a little slower. So I think Saturday might be the day where they may just be like, well, let's hold off from some people going in. But
Saturday is where you have the locals. You have the people taking their day trip. So that's probably the biggest reason. Obviously, there's some people out of town that can't travel till maybe Friday night. But I think it's the local people coming into the show that really push it over the top. So we'll see. I definitely expect it to be, every year I've gone, it's felt bigger and bigger and bigger. Maybe that's because you get to know more and more people, and the social media aspect of it has become bigger and bigger and bigger. But I would think this year it's going to be bonkers. I mean, with the hobby catching attention, being in national news, more and more people getting into it, I certainly expect there to be more and more people attending. And then, of course, the media type of stuff. You're going to see real media there. You probably see something like ESPN. You're going to have, I know Netflix, I believe, is working on some sort of documentary, not about the national, but about the hobby. And I've heard they're going to be interviewing some people for something for that. So you're going to have a lot of big time media. And then, of course, the camera crews that we always hear about from Dallas, I'm sure will be migrating to Chicago and such. So, that'll be fun as well.
Yeah, I didn't go to that show when I missed all the camera crews in Dallas.
I bought a brand new Pelican briefcase to hang around with. So.
Oh, yeah.
To follow around Ed with, so I can every time I go to the table,
an enemy of Ed Wesker-Griff.
I'm gonna put it up on the table.
Dave, I got to come out to one of those Dallas shows, but I got to coordinate it. Obviously, it can't be around the National, and I prefer it to be when baseball is going on because I'd love to go see a Rangers game. Because now that's a stadium I haven't been to since they felt the need to get a new stadium after being in that one. What were they there for 20 years, if that?
Maybe. So I was in high school, so 94 maybe when they built it. 93, but I think it was like 94. So not that old. It's still a great stadium too. So I don't know.
I liked it. I was there trying to think. It was whatever year the Phillies traded for Hunter Pence. So I think that was 2010, I believe. 2010, 2011 maybe. Because I did Houston and Dallas. So I mean it's been a while at this point, obviously, 10 years, but I liked the Rangers ballpark. I mean, I can see how, in July and August, early games would be a little brutal, but
Well,
it's actually great.
even night games are brutal there too. I mean, there's been plenty of times where you go get a beer and it's hot before you even get to your seat, and your shirt is stuck to you because of so much sweat, and it's pretty bad.
I mean, nothing could be as bad as the back sweat I saw in Kansas City one August when I decided to make that mistake of going to Kansas City in August. Like, it was so hot.
Jeez. Yeah, that's wasn't that back in the day when they were playing on real artificial turf? Was that one of the fields they lined their shoes with like aluminum foil?
Yeah, the Astros.
So it wouldn't burn. Yeah, so it wouldn't burn your feet, deflect the heat. Hey, Nats, man, I will be looking for Robles for you. Just give me a list. What you need. I'm sure there'll be plenty of them there.
I probably got a stack of Robles. I got so much stuff graded. I just found some Christian Arroyo rookie cards that I got graded, obviously back in like 2017. I'm like, oh, he looked like he disappeared into nowhere, and now he's playing decent with Tampa Bay or with Boston. I'm like, maybe I should dig these out and move them.
So we got a little Brad 8671 joined the group, the chat, and he'll be at his first national this year.
That's gonna be awesome.
Nice.
You get a picture of me, him, and Everett, Jets, Dolphins, and maybe you wear some Patriots, and we'll get all four of us in a picture. Just flipping each other off or something.
One of my favorite videos is when you pulled the when you want to tell the story.
Which one? With the silver packs with Marino?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I love that video. That video is awesome.
Yeah, so I pulled bought two silver packs, $50 each. I think I got like Sonny Jurgensen, the first one.
Mike got
Mike Fabian, sports cars. He's like, I'm like, you want to go? He's like, no, you go. And I pulled the Marino, and then he pulls like Dwight Clark. And he's like, this is my kick in the nuts.
And then like a few years later, he did the archives. Yeah. And who to get? Like Tom Gordon or something. I can't remember.
That's the worst.
Oh no, it was what the hell? Tony Womack.
Yeah, that's it. Tony Womack.
Which is a fine card. It's a cool card, but it's a better card if you buy it out of a $3 box, not, get it out of a box you pay $50 for.
Yeah.
It's just like if I were to open one and get like a Phillies player that I know I could buy for $8, I'm like, okay, I guess it fits the collection. It's better than a bum from another team, but I'm like, it's still not the one I would prefer to get,
Let's see what we got here.
A lot of Z-Folio talk. I got mine over here.
I have never used a Z-Folio. I still have the old school binders.
I have those too, but I got the special.
Some of them are, max capacity.
Right.
It depends what you're putting in there too. Like if you're doing like the team set runs, you're going to want the regular binders. If you're doing a little player run, I can see the Z folios being pretty sweet. But everything, all this stuff is so damn expensive now. All the supplies are outrageous. Yeah. Can't even find top loaders. I still have like around a half a case, but I start looking at it. Everyone's sold out. And if they're not sold out, you might as well just buy a box of cards. The top loaders cost as much.
Well, I think at the National, that's going to probably be whatever booths are there with that. They'll probably sell out on the first day because everybody's going to just, no matter what the price is, I think people are going nuts. Because at shows, I go small shows around here, if they got stuff like that, they sell it all. Whatever the price is because it's so hard to find.
Yeah, there'll be a couple tables, but yeah, I can see. I think Ultra Pro had a table out there last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get top loaders before I go. And they're like $6 a freaking 25 pack when the LCS.
Yeah, they used to be like $1.50.
Yeah. Yeah, when I think I bought some magnetics and some top loaders, and the guy's like, all right, it's like $70. I'm like, what? You kidding me? Like, shit. All right.
That's a good call by those back pages.
Yeah.
Hit the clean dollar boxes, buy them up, get a semi-decent card. I mean, top loader might be worth more than the card. You do still have those guys too. It shows, at least I see it at some of the ones I've gone to, where the guys use the semi-rigids. And I'm looking at some of the cards and I'm like, you're selling that card for like $10 in a semi-rigid. That semi-rigid's worth more than the card. Just sell them. Might be more important than ever to get some of the what do they call it? The perfect fit sleeves or superior fit sleeves, because they make the top loader ones too. I used to use them a little bit, but I just it's so aggravating to put your cards in those things. I got it down to where I'm like, all right, I'll use it for like the thick top loaders. Obviously, I use it for slabs and such, but I can't do the regular top loaders.
Yeah, I've said it. So they got my 80s baseball rookies are all with the perfect fit sleeves and the top loader one. And then I said, screw this after I finished with those. I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. This took forever. And they don't fit in the box very well either.
That's the worst part about getting back a grading submission. I'll sit there and if it's a big submission, I'll break it down. I'll do a reveal. I'll pack them up and ship everyone's stuff off. I'll have my own. And I'm like, damn, I got to put all these damn things in perfect fit sleeves or superior fit sleeves, which, I'm going to call them perfect fit forever. And I'm sitting there. I mean, sometimes I don't have a big order, but if I have a lot of cards, I'm just sitting there doing it. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll watch an hour-long video because this is going to take me an eternity.
Yeah, I just leave mine on my desk in the room for like a year. I'm pretty sure there's cards out here from 2019 National I got to put away. But
might be time to get them away, so that way you can use those spots for your 2021 National pickups.
Is
something you're looking for, Dave, specifically at the National?
What card?
Yeah, like a specific card.
So I'm
going to go.
So I'm actually going to try to, depending on the price, and I may buy it just off eBay while I'm there. I don't know, but I'll probably look for a Mantle Perez Steel Auto. Is kind of what I'm looking for. I think $500 or $600. I got max on it, and I have the money for that. If I decide not to get that, I might get a Griffey Junior autograph. So,
Reds, Mariners, White Sox.
No, I'm trying to get that high school uniform. Yeah, probably Mariners.
That would be ideal. Sometimes you can get the Reds ones a little cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
I think I picked up one Reds one time, but I think I just decided to sell it. I actually have a couple Mariners ones now. I have one out of the set they made one year. I think it was like Topps. Was it Black Gold? I can't remember what it was called. They only did it 1 year. I don't think it sold well, but it was a nice looking product. And then I got like an in-person one of the cartoon cards, the all-star cards from like 90, 91, 92 score. Yeah. I love that card. I remember I was up in the mountains, and this is like 7-8 years ago, before like my phone works really well there for the most part for internet. But like I had to drive all the way down to this little place and basically hop on someone else's Wi-Fi to bid on that card, because it was before I didn't have anything set up where you could, put bids in a week ahead of time. I remember going down there, making that auction by like 15 seconds, tossing a bid. I was so happy to win that card. So it's always nice when you remember how you acquired a card. Scott, what are you looking for anything specific?
Yeah, I'm kind of going in a different direction. If
Oh
people are
my gosh,
familiar,
Big Scott is getting rid of all his Mets cards. He
no,
was so inspired. He's collecting Phillies. He's going to start buying pre-war Phillies
hey,
cards.
if it's a Mike Schmidt card, I'm on it. You know I am with Schmidt. But I am going to get. I'm looking for some specific vintage like bucket cards for me. I don't have a lot of vintage. What vintage I have was given to me by my father, but if people know me, I'm more of a 80s on up type of collector, or 70s, I should say. So I'm looking for. I don't know if I want to say because if I get them, I will. It's going to be, I've been saving up for at least, you know, and I know I'm going to find them. It's just, can I find them in the grade in that I want at the price I want? So
Yeah. I mean, I usually just go. I mean, I go for the experience, for the community, obviously to look at cards. But the last few times I've gone, I've had ideas of some stuff I'm looking for, but nothing. Because I do distinctly remember, I think it was the year Nate, Tops 85 401, got his sweet Barry Bonds bat barrel card. And I remember like looking at it and like getting like the itchy fingers, like looking for something to buy. And then I remember just going, what the hell am I doing? Like, I don't want to buy something for the sake of buying something. That's
Right.
just not the way to do it. There's really no reason to do that. And like, since then, I always just kind of just looking for something that catches my eye. Of course, if I can find something rare, Phillies pre-war type of item, something that doesn't pop up on eBay often, then that's going to be something that piques my interest. I'll certainly check out some of the value boxes, but I can't spend all day digging through dollar boxes and such. And I don't know, we'll see. But I'm definitely moving towards that vintage and old school direction because, I love the modern stuff, but it is so pricey now. And it honestly is pretty readily available. And so much of it pops up on eBay. So,
Well, when I want vintage, I like to buy it in hand. I really don't want to buy it on the internet. I want to look at it, be able to look at it, and I know you'll have enough people there where you can sell in vintage where it's going to be where you could try to find. I know the last time I went, it was so much there of vintage, and going to these local card shows, I think everybody's in the same boat where it's all new stuff, very little vintage, and or sealed boxes. So I'm really looking forward to it, and uh, this last year's kind of turned me in a little bit towards vintage a little bit more.
what do you guys think? Should I do another community box break?
Yeah, like 1986 tops or something, so you don't spend a
That'd
fortune.
be something that doesn't cost $200. I plan on not bringing, hopefully, any, because I actually usually bring a nicer camera with me just to capture footage and stuff. But I think this year I'm just gonna stick with the cell phone just because I don't want to be bulking around stuff, and I don't want to be just burdened with that stuff. But we'll see. You can do it with the phone. I just got to delete a whole bunch of stuff, make sure I have plenty of room. But I would like to do that because I love to get people on camera and just kind of, whether it's a shout out for them and it brings them a subscriber or two, or just creates memories for us. I think that's fun.
Yeah. All right, real quick, let me. What's up, Kevin Miller?
Hey Eric, I sent you an email if you're interested. But go ahead, Dave.
No, I was saying what's up to Kevin. So what's up on here? And he asked about the new Mets. Was it Kumar Rocker, the first round pick for the Mets today? So
yeah,
I don't know much about him, but he has a cool name. So maybe I'll PC him.
That was by request, Egg.
he cannot control his fastball. Control.
Maybe not. All right, so we got a Ricky Vaughn. We're all good.
Yeah, well,
Phillies drafted
he got
a
hit
high
against
school
good
pitcher,
teams,
so
too.
can't wait to see him pitching for an American League team in 2030. All right, let's bring on another special guest. He is an expert at pretty much everything cardboard, but certainly the National. He likes to encourage so many, not only to attend the National, to enjoy the National, but also to make videos. So let's welcome those back pages.
Hello, friend.
What's up, Eric?
Can you hear
How
me?
you doing, Eric?
Hi, Eric.
What's going on, fellas?
Not too much.
Not too
Just,
much.
enjoying Hobby Palooza, enjoying the community, gearing up for 17 days? 16, kind of.
Well, depending on when you're going and arriving, yes.
True.
2 weeks.
I will be out there
2 weeks.
later Wednesday. I'd probably get there like an hour after the show opens. So
Okay.
Yeah, I
we'll
think
see.
your flight said like you're going to be there like at probably get to the show like at I think we talked like 5 or 6 probably by the time you check in and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Mike. You said for you to drive to Cleveland is 8 hours. Where are you? Because I'm on Long Island and it's 8 hours for me.
I'm in southeastern Pennsylvania. I forget how long it took me, but it was like 8 hours, 9 hours. I forget
So you're near Jersey then, I guess.
Yeah, not far from South Jersey.
There you go.
Trenton's like 20 minutes.
Oh, all right. There you go.
So maybe it was only 7. I forget. I know when I drove out there, I worked a long day and then packed up some stuff really quick and drove straight through. So, and then I think I got to the airport and picked up Dave and
Nice.
Mike and some others. So that was an incredibly long day. Slept for a couple hours, got up, didn't sleep in for 16 hours like other people.
I'm pretty sure that day, like my flight landed at midnight or 1 a.m. or midnight. I mean, we got to the hotel. We're up till like 3 or 4 talking, and then went to sleep, and then woke up at 9 to get to the show, or 8 or something. So
Yeah, there's not much sleeping going on during the show.
no time.
No. You can sleep after the show.
Exactly. Why sleep when you're at the show?
Yeah.
Just get the bare minimum.
There's 51 weeks a year to sleep.
That's right.
The excitement of the show should be enough to wake you up.
Wow. It's definitely enough to keep you awake the night before the show, at least me anyway. I never sleep the night before the show. It's just you lay down and you're like your brain starts working as let me think about this, and then no, it just doesn't work for me.
Christmas in July.
Yeah, exactly. It's been like that ever since, well, not my first one, but since my second show, it's been like that ever since.
So, I mean, what are you expecting, Eric, for this year? Because obviously it's well documented. We know how much you and, of course, all of us look forward to the show. And obviously that was taken away from us last year. Like, how much greater is that anticipation? I think you might not sleep for 2 nights before the show this time.
You may be right. I mean, it's crazy because it was, I've been fortunate enough to go to a lot of these, and every year it's gotten bigger and bigger as far as like, not talking about crowds, but talking about people like you mentioned earlier, like people people that know you, and that number of people just grows every year, and it's great. And it's the best thing about this community here is, especially those of us that are creating content, we see each other all the time. There's no awkward when you get there. When I met you at the last show in 19 was the first time I met you. And I walked up and said, hey, it's MikeO. It's not, it's not like, obviously, I guess by definition at the time, strangers, I guess. But that
It doesn't feel that way, though. It's so
Correct.
There will be people who watch who will stop you and be like, oh, man, I love your, whatever. And like, that's fun too. But especially when it's someone that you've watched and you've followed and interacted with for months or years, it's weird. It's like, I don't even know how to, I always tell people it's kind of like, I don't know, if you were to go back and hang out with some of your childhood friends, that you still maintain contact with, but you don't really see very often, just because maybe you live 500 miles apart, or you're just,
Right.
Everyone's so busy, family schedules, and you just like kind of fall in, it just melts together. And it's like, suddenly you're just like warped into time. Like, I feel like the Nationals, you just kind of like click right back into the previous National. Or
I mean,
like, it's hard to describe.
Well, I think one of the things, like whenever we see each other at the National, we don't act like we don't know each other. We all just walk in like, "Hey, MikeO, what's up? Hey, what's up, Dave?" And it's just like you've been friends forever.
Well, I mean, a friend of mine years ago coined the term family reunion, and it stuck with us. It's like, it's the big family reunion. You see these people once a year, and you talk shop, you catch up, and it's not all, not for everyone. It's not all cards. It's like, how's your family doing? How's this doing? Personal stuff. And, you see, and I have a group of people that, that I only talk to at the National. Like, unfortunately, Card Country is not going to be there this year. I found out they're not going to be there. They're one of the families that I speak to every year since 2011. And it's just like not even skipping a beat, and literally only talk to, I might email them on occasion, but only talk to them at the show. So you see those type of people as well. And then you meet new people. And as far as Mike's original question, how do I feel about it? It's like, I felt like in 2018 it was getting bigger, and 2019 was even bigger. And I thought 2020, even though it was, it was going to be in Atlantic City, which a lot of people aren't big fans of, but I thought it was going to be even bigger. I think it was just a natural progression of what we were seeing. And then, of course, with the events of everything the last 18 months, now I don't even know. I think it's just going to be, I could see it being twice as big as 19 as far as popularity and attendance.
I do think there'll be certain things that you'll have to just pass on this year if you value your time, if you value other things more so. Like, and I don't know what'll be available, but like silver packs, I used to always grab silver packs. I always found them fun. I would break them. I think last time I bought wax just to get silver packs because I wanted to. I opened a few, and then I remember I brought some home, gave some to my dad, stuff like that. And this year now, with wax being more expensive, and like, is there going to be a 2-hour line? Are they going to sell out of them where not everyone gets it, if they even have it? The PSA thing they did with the tobacco card, which was, fun.
Yeah.
Like those types of things.
Yeah.
Is there going to be, 2-hour waits? Because that, to me, a lot of those things would be eliminated, which is fine because they're cool things. They're not must-dos for sure. But, I can see a bigger crowd affecting that.
Right. In the past, it was easy. I know exactly what you mean with the PSA promotions. You wait online for 10 minutes, no big deal. I mean, and you could go get, silver packs, especially the Panini silver packs were always super easy to get. And, you could, and I remember this vividly, if you'd start to look at the list because certain products get you a certain amount of silver packs. So you would try to like, all right, what's the best bang for the buck? And, for the basketball people listening, the 18-19 Court Kings blasters were $15 a piece, and they got you a silver pack. You got one silver pack, and that happened to be the cheapest way to get a silver pack. So you could do the math, like, a $65 box would get you 3 silver packs, type of thing. But again, I don't think that's, I don't think we're going to see any $15 blasters at the show this year. I mean,
let alone the old school $5 and $10 ones.
Right. Oh no, they haven't actually.
Used to be able to buy newly released Topps Chrome. You could buy, the value packs for whatever the retail price was, the blaster boxes, sometimes for even under retail, 18, $20.
Yeah, they were 20 at the 19.
I believe Chrome was delayed this year. I don't think that's coming out now until 2 weeks into August. So
it's going to save me money this year, so I don't lose my.
But that would go into tradition of watching people take a beating on their Topps Chrome boxes year after year.
I think the biggest baseball release is going to be the factory set is coming out that week. So, I think they pushed back. Did they push Ginter back? I'm not sure. I
think Ginter's a week before, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's the 23rd or 24th. I know Gypsy Queen comes out on.
I think they pushed that back.
That usually comes out in April. That's coming out.
That's usually early, yeah.
I think that's coming out in a week.
Oh, okay.
So it's good. That'll be out. Stuff like that. So they just probably won't. I mean, they're going to be overpriced from what they should be, but I think they'll be affordable. I mean, if you're a baseball collector that likes to open wax, at least you have the advantage of it being semi-reasonable. Sure, it's more expensive than it was,
right?
But, I mean, it's not in the stratosphere of football and basketball, which are just out of control. I mean, Optic this year, I saw it was like at least my LCS was like $800 a box or something. I was like, yeah, I definitely bought that like 2 years ago for like $80 and $70 the year before, and I took a beating on it at that price, so I'm definitely not paying $800.
No, I think football's going to be even crazier now. And I think that, and I'm wondering, speaking of stuff at the National, I'm wondering if Topps is going to do the Q&A this year.
A lot of radio silence, a lot of Twitter silence too, because I see that question get asked once in a while.
Right behind etching.
Yeah, etching is going to be my number one question for like fourth or fifth straight, however long they've had it. That's been one of my, if not the first, one of the first questions I always ask.
I love what Sue put on Twitter the other day when you did it. Consistent. At least you're consistent. It was great. Yeah. Got to giggle.
Yeah. That's going to be I answer all their Twitter contests now with just etching. I'm trying to by osmosis subliminally get it in their head. I want to ask them, literally, I know there's going to be children in there. So let me ask you guys this opinion. If you're asking a question in a public forum, is the word ass out of line?
I mean, I think that's PG enough.
Yeah.
Is it?
At least in 2021.
Right. Well, basically, my question would be: Are you guys tired of Prism kicking Topps Chrome's ass as far as presentation? Like etching, you guys know. I don't need to go into it now, but it's night and day difference. It's not even close, and it's something that Topps did from 1996 until 2007, and then they just quietly removed it, in my opinion, to save money. And the cards look flat. Take a Topps Chrome card. I mean, some of them have, I think Bowman Sterling. Some of them have the player outlined, but no details. And I know there's some people that are, you're just stupid, but I think it makes a difference. Especially now with the price points. Wow.
Sounds like you should be okay then.
All right.
And that's a police officer, an ex-one at least. At least he knows.
Rear end. Yeah, that's a good one, Gary.
Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been – I don't know. I guess we'll get more information whether some of these things will be taking place or not. I don't know.
Mike's got to be with you so he can record.
There's no PSA lunch. I already got confirmation. Well, there'll be someone there recording for sure.
Yeah, because the last one was great. When you asked it and the guy kind of giggled and didn't know exactly what to say other than ask the room, did anybody know what etching was? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, I think Clay knows what it is. He's
Yeah.
He's been around long enough. He knows what it is. And then I'll have to ask him about the 18 Ginter Mini Woods again. Where are they? You know, and ask them why they lied about Topps Project 70. See, probably won't have an answer for that either. But
Was that you, Eric, who wrote today? I think it was today. No more Acuna Project 70.
Yeah, I asked them not to release any more this year.
There's probably
Because I'm
some in the works.
It'll probably be 5 or 6 more, yeah. Because Topps is
Gonna top.
Yeah, Topps is going to Topps, and they're rather tone deaf. I seriously wonder. I seriously question their staff's knowledge of the history of their company.
Yeah, I still remember at that bar in Cleveland when I was ripping Topps about the damn silver packs, and then the guys I was yelling
the guys
at
were sitting right there.
They're like, "Oh, here you can have all my cards." I'm like, "Thank you, I will take them."
The sad part is, Dave, that we won't be able to repeat that exact experience because I remember because I drove, I threw a box of blasters that I'd been collecting in there. I think I brought like 60 blaster boxes with me or something, you know,
You could do that.
to get some stuff to rip. And, you know, it's 2021 now, so you can't necessarily do that.
One blaster, maybe.
Well, that party was great too because at that wedding party next to us drinking, then a bunch of guys is opening packs of like wrappers everywhere, and then they're probably, what are these guys doing?
What a bunch of losers! They're playing with baseball cards. What are they doing?
And now this year, everyone will be interested.
Yeah. Now about man, they're ahead of the curve. They're awesome.
They're the cool guys.
Yeah, the complete 180.
I do wonder what goes through people's minds. The people are there for something completely different, and they just see all these people just walk. And like, because again, if you haven't been to the National, you go to some of these hotel lobbies. I mean, you're looking at stacks of cards this high, just commons everywhere. When people are, you know, there's boxes and wrappers, not, you know, they're ankle deep, like on the floor, and people are just going through stuff. People are walking by, going, "What the hell are they doing?"
Busting packs and drinking beer.
That's right.
That's the
Great quote.
Yeah, I think actually, speaking of like hotel lobbies and stuff, I think every night in every hotel you're going to see trading going on like crazy. I just think it's,
for sure.
You know, I know, Ryan does trade night and Phil and company are going to do their little get together, but I think there's just going to be all the hotel lobbies. You're going to see people, just the nature of the beast now.
That's why I'm strongly considering, and I'll definitely bring some. I mean, I want to travel light, so
Well, if you're
I have
flying,
wax that I wouldn't mind selling,
right?
but I don't know that I want to bring that. It's a little harder to transport, but I might have to bring a few boxes of extra slabs with me and just move some of them. I mean, I would be glad to trade, but trading is difficult for me because the stuff I want, I don't think you're going to see too many people with like the vintage cards or other stuff. So I would like to move some of my extra like Tatis, Guerrero, PSA 10s I have. When I was a fool and was grading $5 cards, I mean, I know everyone's upset at people for grading $5 cards and causing the backlog, not the increased interest in grading or the amount of people jumping into the hobby. It's the people grading $5 cards. But, you know,
Yeah, I got dollar cards right here, dude.
I mean, the 10 Tatis I have now in PSA 10s, you know, I guess that wasn't a mistake. But anyway, point being, I would like to move some of them to get some cash to use to pick up some stuff for the collection, you know.
Yeah,
And I assume it'll be a good opportunity if you can.
Yeah, I was actually I have a stack going for myself, and there were a handful of Acuñas in there, so I might as well just leave those home now.
Save them till AC.
Yeah. There's
I love
no
the
point.
people who are freaking out. Like, I mean, I get it. It's disappointing and it sucks. And First of all, it just occurred to me I now have a third Mets fan in here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing to myself here. But regardless, obviously we're all National League East fans. You don't want to see one of the young stars in baseball go down. No. But the fact of the matter is he's 23 years old. He has over 100 career home runs. I think he's going to be just fine. Will there be limitations with speed and the stolen bases and such? I'm sure. Will it catch up to him when he gets a little older with range in the outfield? Of course, there's going to be some lasting effects, but people acting as if like
he died,
his career's over. I'm like, yo, relax a little bit.
Right.
And then I saw someone saying, 2018 wax is worthless. I was like, I mean, Acuna hasn't exactly been driving the 2018 wax lately. It's been Shohei out in Anaheim. Right. So, like, that's a loaded year. Yeah, and that's the good thing about that year is it's so loaded.
That's a lot of new people talking about.
For sure.
You just have a lot of new people that are panicking and maybe they bought in too high and they've over-leveraged themselves. I think that's like, at least I can speak, well, I can't speak for anyone but myself, but the four of us have been doing this for a long time. It's not, like I always like to say, it's a marathon and not a sprint. And I don't envy anyone who joined into the back, either brand new to the fray or back into the fray the last 16 months, because in 2018, actually in 2019, winter 2019, 2018 Topps update sets were $25 shit for a 300 card set.
Yeah, 2018 Topps update blasters were all over the shelf. 2018 Chrome update. I mean, you could buy as many as you wanted. I would pick up a couple every time I'd walk in.
Right. Remember? Oh my God, they made so much Topps Chrome update. It's going to be worthless.
2017 Optic football blasters were sent out as a clearance item in the bargain boxes in Walmarts. I saw them. Yeah. I think I remember buying one and just breaking it just, for the hell of it.
Yeah, but I would say I had a friend who was doing that. I think he was finding those blasters like in the early months of 2019 in the clearance section.
Yep. Dude, so back in AC in the National, we were buying 2014 Bowman football or Bowman Chrome football for $35 a box, and Topps Platinum for like $50. And I was on David Adams like 2 days ago, and that same Bowman box is like now a $270 box.
Yeah, and that's on the low end.
Yeah,
like 14 Chrome is like the low end for the, and it's just, well, I mean, you guys remember? You guys were at the 19 show. David Adams had 17 football blasters. They had. Oh man, what was it? Donruss was like pretty much everything. What was back then low end was like $9 a plastic. I remember the 18 Chronicles baseball blasters were $9. They had cases of them. And that's just 2 years ago. I mean, that was.
It feels like an eternity ago with the way things have gone.
It really does. And then that was. And that was before the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and that changed. Mahomes is what he is now, but he wasn't. It's funny is this because I actually brought some slabs with me to the 19 show to try to trade, and I had a 2017 Mahomes Optic, the rookies. That looks
subset or whatever.
No, the rookies. It's like a subset, right? Yeah. I mean, I had accidentally won an additional PSA 10 for 60 or $65. So I brought it with me. He's like, all right, I try to get like $80, $90 in trade for it. Nobody was interested. I wound up bringing it home because nobody was interested. So
things change quickly. At the Philly show, which was the Philly show was sometime about a month ago. Ed was I was there with Ed, and then the next day he went back. He brought a Shohei Ohtani Topps Chrome update refractor, which is serial number to 250, Gem 10, and he was trying to trade it, and like no one had interest in it. He said he couldn't move it, and that card's probably like doubled or tripled in value since then.
Oh, that might be a 4-figure card now.
That's why I'm like, dude, the National's coming up. Just bring it with you if you really want to move it, either for cash or trade. You can, if he keeps it up, you know.
Yeah, I would definitely bring it. I mean, it's something that is just, you know, that's another strategy at the National is like you can probably get more mileage out of your cards via trade. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you have to factor in if you want to sell it on consignment somewhere, you have all those fees you're going to lose if you're selling it yourself.
Right.
Yeah, you have to go through. I mean, it looks like eBay fixed some of the problems with the whole buy it and, you know, return it in 2 weeks thing with their policy. I don't know how well that's working out yet, but, you know, you have to deal with all the fees and stuff. I mean, so you got to calculate like, hey, this is $1,000 card. If I'm really only going to clear whatever $875, whatever the fees are, you know, factor that in. If you can get, you know, $950 cash, I mean, it's a pretty good move. But it's really hard for some people to not see like the number. Oh, the last one went for $1,050. It's like, but that's not what you're going to get in the payout. So, and then of course, if you can do something in a trade, you know, you can wheel and deal, stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, I think you're going to see, a lot of people there with cash, you know, and wanting to spend it on cards, whether to flip there or take back to wherever they're from. You know, I think we're at a point now where there's more cash than cardboard. You know, especially the quote unquote better stuff. Like I think that card that you said Ed has is a perfect example of that.
I picked up some stuff at Walmart this week.
There's a few Walmarts around me, like they're all kind of different directions, but I haven't found anything at Walmart in so long. I don't go out of my way. There's one that I kind of pass out. The last few times I've stopped, I haven't seen anything. So I don't know if that one is, I don't know if it's been getting completely cleaned out or if they just haven't been carrying them. I'm not sure yet. Because I fully expected to see some leftover like Series 2 or something, based on what I've heard and the fact that they've been that's one product that has been sitting on Target's website. Last I saw they were still available. I haven't checked, but so I don't know what's going on with that. I think you'll be able to get Series 2 at a pretty reasonable price at the National, I would expect, based on what I've seen. The lowest I've seen them as low as $75 a hobby box.
Would you want it though?
From dealers. So I mean, I would break a box, you know, for fun if you get it cheap enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, a lot of times,
I also could just buy the Phillies team set for $1 from someone. So
that's true too.
We'll see.
yeah, I only break wax once a year, and that's usually at the National. So
Nice.
you buy some cheap stuff just to do it in the room. But
Yeah,
so it sounds like Dave will be opening some 89 tops at $6 a box.
no,
I don't even know.
I'll do my normal Ginter box as long as it's not like crazy.
Shouldn't be more
I
than
think winter will be about 120. I haven't looked at pre-sale price.
That low? Come on. You think it'll be that low?
I don't know. Let me see let's see what David Adams and such have them for.
What Allen and Ginter?
Yeah.
170, I think.
All right, even more expensive.
Yes, I won't be busting my box of Ginter this year at 170.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Gypsy's over 200 right now.
There's a pre-sale for Ginter on David Adams right now, $129.99.
Okay.
There you go.
I might have
yeah,
it
but it'll.
The Chrome right now, Ginter Chrome, which comes out much later right now, is $159.99. I'm sure it'll be higher produced this year, but last year's, I don't think they made a ton of it. I mean, I know in a way the product is excessive and not needed, but those refractors are amazing.
They really
the autographs are sweet. The checklist is really good. The worst card is I'd say the worst 3 autographs in that product are Joey Votto, who's obviously a good player, doesn't have incredible hobby. Pete Alonso, just his prices, at least in that product, are relatively cheap. And then Patrick Corbin. Of course, the case I broke, I hit the Patrick Corbin, but you can't win everything. I did hit a Bo Bichette orange and
nice.
a Jordan orange out of just single boxes. So overall, I did pretty well with that. I'm actually looking forward to. I'm hoping it's a good product, but I think it doesn't come out till late August. But Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary 52 design. I think that could be a really nice set, refractor wise. I'm sure it would be another product like most. You're better off buying singles, but I think that could be fun.
That goes for everything, really.
Of course.
Where's the fun in that?
Singles are cheap. If you look at it, singles are underpriced, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you factor in how expensive, like, there's so many cards that you just, that's a 50-cent card, that's a $1 card. And it's like, I mean, I get it, but based on the cost of the products compared to what they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's the dollar is pretty cheap now. I mean, Stadium Club right now, if you buy a box of Stadium Club, they're costing you like 75, 80 cents a card for the common cards. Like, that's just the cost now. So if you can pick up a lot of singles cheap or a complete set cheap, I mean, you're doing really, really well.
So, like, what's a box of, like, tier 1 go for now?
Oh, jeez.
I don't know, but I remember buying that way cheaper than it used to years ago and getting smoked. That's like Inception. Inception has nice base cards. The autographs are okay. But, like, I remember breaking that a few boxes at, like, $50 a box or 45 a few years ago and being like, man, I'm getting beat up on this. So I can't see how people are paying like $125 and $150. I'm like, you're getting destroyed. You very well are getting a $5 autograph.
Yeah,
like this would be a box of tier 1 for like $100 and $200.
Probably.
You probably got
this
them for
was
like 12 bucks shipped.
Yeah, something like that. I think I got this for like $7. And then I actually did a buy now for this one for like $6.99 or something.
Yeah, I got Scott Rowland and John Kruk, which I get it. They're not the biggest names in the world, but they fit the collection, and I paid next to nothing for them.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it was like $11 shipped or something ridiculous. And honestly, even if you're gonna, because that's what I always liked. I like Archive Signature Series, which I know is a cheap, like, money grab product from Topps. Like, I'm well aware of that.
right there.
They take cards that were already produced, get guys to sign them, slap a stamp on it, put it in a shitty magnetic, and wrap it in a box. But I love having the opportunity to get
shitty.
I love being able to get the Ginter autos out of there, or the old school Phillies, or the guys. There's some guys that are in there that don't, they're not easy to get signatures from. But, like, I've always looked at that, and I have opened cases in the past, but then I really looked at it. I was like, for the cost of a case, you could buy a $500 Mike Trout, which at this point might cost you $1,000, but based on like 2 years ago, I was like, you could buy another $200 card, and then you could buy how many, every card you want, and it would be the same price. You could build your own case way cheaper. So
so like I said, I just showed this one, like the Kerry Wood in a Yankees uniform. I could just like $20. Well, what's the box cost? 50?
Yep.
Probably 65 now.
Yeah. The odds of me. The good thing about it, you get some players in like the odd uniforms not in, but you chase those in a case.
Yeah, no, that's a fun product for team collectors, but it's brutal for breaking. Like, when you hit a guy like Juan Gonzalez, I'm like, all right, he's a good player, but he also signs 1 million through the mail autograph. So it's like, I could just buy that card for a nickel, buy a stamp, mail it to him, and get it back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, even if you hit Juan Gonzalez in that product too, the cards aren't made for autographs. So it probably doesn't look that good.
Yeah, they use some bad cards sometimes too. But
Brad, he was a Yankee for 1 year. Maybe 2. I don't remember, but 1.
I think he pitched pretty well with the Yankees, though.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get the Andrew Jones in the Yankees, but those go pretty quick on eBay.
Be like me chasing the Pedro Martinez Phillies autograph for like 2 years, and now I have like 3 of them. Every time I see one, if you see someone bidding on it, or you see a watcher, you know I'm doing that. And then I try and get other people. I'll be sending like Ed or Reese Indy Card Ranger. I'm always sending those guys links to auctions. I'm like, dude, I got like 3 of this card. Like, you got to buy this. Add this to your collection. Like, do it.
But the question is Mike like bidding to bid him up a little bit just to get him mad at him? Oh, Ed pissed me off today. Let me send this link and add this a little higher.
Protecting his investment. Come on now.
Pushing the prices up to sell his.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're investing in Phillies, you're probably making a mistake. I mean, I can admit that. Though, I mean, to be quite honest, I could use a monster couple weeks from Reese Hoskins. That way, you know, Triple Crown 24 can clear out his store of some of the excessive extras I have that have made their way to him.
Reese.
We'll see. I don't know how long he'll be in Philadelphia. We'll see. They could probably actually do okay if they were to move him off season wise, just because you get a lot of production for a guy who doesn't make much money. But a time will come where he will make money, and then you lose some of that value team wise. So we'll see. I mean, 20 homers, 55 RBIs, but also hitting 230 and shoddy first base defense. So,
ouch.
I mean, he is hitting better than Lindor.
230, you'd be leading hitter.
Well, I guess Lindor did go, like 3 for 4 today? He's up to 227 or something.
hey, his market's dipped a little bit. Go pick up his Chrome update, his Topps update short print. Topps Chrome short print.
Short print, yes.
Yeah, PSA 9 sold for 127 today on that.
Did it?
I was following it.
What's a 10 go for now? Because that was way up there for a while. I don't know. I bought a few of them years ago.
I don't look at those 10s. 9s are fine.
Fine 9. I wonder where you heard that one.
I stole that from you. I'd buy it at PSA 8. I don't care.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all about the price point. That's all.
GMA 6.
No. Go crazy.
HGA 11.
Has there been a
With
I know there
9
was one
upgrades.
HGA 10. Has there ever been a second one? Someone had a pristine 10. It was their ugliest label ever. I wonder if there's ever been another.
I don't know. Don't dare talk to them about it. They'll yell at you.
I will say I did get I've gotten a couple orders back from HGA. I tried them out just to try them out. And the slabs are nice. I like the slabs a lot. The labels look nice. I've done well on what I've gotten graded, but the first 2 batches I sent in, I sent them very nice cards that would be, to me, should be PSA 10s. Of course, you never know what you're going to get. And then I sent them a couple batches. I sent 5 cards a few times, and it's pretty much all stuff I don't really need for the collection. I just kind of did it to do it. I just happened to get into their little queues. But the second batches I was way more lenient on, so I'm kind of interested to see how they come back grade-wise, because I certainly question how much of an authority they are on the hobby. In terms
Well,
of
you can always contact the lovely ladies and see what they say.
My thing is, like, can they authenticate cards? Like, can they actually grade cards? We'll see.
They've got that nice big screen touch monitor there.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's hybrid.
But CSG is finally making some moves. I have a few orders out with them. I know Dave's part of those as well. And, like,
I got 2 orders with
they've
them.
taken an eternity to get their stuff just into the system. They've been very slow, but I will say their slab, they might have my favorite slabs. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of the label overall. I do think the ones with the subgrades look much better.
Yes.
But I certainly expect them to do a very good job with grading and all of that. So, we'll see how things develop in the grading world. Obviously, the grading world
Yeah,
has
that's pretty good.
been crazy for a long time. But the slabs are it's amazing how crystal clear they are. They feel really good. They feel sturdy. They're not too bulky. That's the thing. I've never really liked BGS. I find them to be a little too bulky. I don't really like the BGS label, but that's just me.
And the inner sleeve is very distracting.
That too.
No, the CSG slabs are really nice. Yeah, I think the label's just too big.
But CSG does know how math works, right? So the subgrades to get that math right. I know HGA has that problem.
9, 9.5, 9.5 card grade.
Yeah, well, I saw one with 4 9s and a 9.5. So
yes,
and they want them to send it back to fix it. I was like,
I mean, sometimes you can't spell Michael Jordan's name either, but everyone makes mistakes.
Now, Mike, did you get any 10s on that last order we had?
For what?
On the CSG?
No, 9.5s. I think 10 is like pristine. It's probably very tough, I'm imagining.
yeah.
Okay. Because I thought some of these cards that they gave me a 9 on, I was like, probably should be a 9.5, I thought.
I got 9.5s and 9, I think. I don't think I got anything below a 9, but I can't remember exactly.
No, I think I took all those.
I didn't really send it. I sent in I remember just sending. I remember at that point when we were sending that in, PSA was like shutting down or had just shut down. SGC was too expensive at the time. BGS wasn't an option. I was like, shit, I just feel like sending some stuff in. I was like, let's get these out before they get crushed. And well, we didn't beat the amount of stuff that got sent in because it took a while, but.
Yeah,
I think orders that I think I split up, so I do have some stuff coming with subgrades as well.
Nice.
So we'll see how they look. I like SGC, and they're turning things around quick. PSA, they are definitely starting to move a little bit. I have a crazy number of orders that have been open, and I haven't sent them anything in quite a while. So there's stuff from like last August I'm waiting on. So I just don't know. As someone who has always sent a lot of stuff to PSA, I just don't foresee sending them much in the future, like at least anytime soon. Wow. Certainly, eventually, maybe prices will come down. Maybe the waits won't be so long, but with just the way things have developed with them, I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
and I never thought I would be thinking that way.
Yeah, I think I saw the order with JT. It was a Labor Day order, and it's still in stage 4.
Hey, you got the 4. Congratulations.
So we'll see how long that takes.
Well, I was interested. I went on to PSA. They're doing interviewing at the National, I guess.
Yes.
So I went through the little process to see what it was. And they have like 5 different places there if you want to move to in the country.
Oh, wow.
It's not just California. It was Florida, New Jersey, California, and somewhere in the Midwest. I can't remember. So I think it was 4 places.
Florida, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that because I heard your video the other day about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that still hasn't totally been debunked.
Right.
It's interesting to think about.
Yeah, so I found that kind of interesting. If maybe they're doing satellite places in the future or something, I don't know.
I mean, they do have an office in New Jersey, but they typically do autograph authentication because I do think they have an encapsulation machine there.
They really should. I mean,
I got some stuff. I think packs or something one time authenticate it and encapsulate it for someone's signed packs, and they did that there because they didn't have to authenticate the packs; they just authenticated the autographs. And I've gotten cards done through them before. I actually have a stack of autograph stuff, and I just been too lazy at this point to make something up and send it out to them. I'd probably get it back quick too.
Yeah, it would probably be smarter for them to put just offices in a bunch of different like states and cities.
You would think so.
mean, just to get more employees that can get all their orders out. I mean, you're kind of limited if you're in one spot. I mean,
yeah, it's hard to live in LA on $25 an hour.
Yeah. They're not even LA. They're they're in Orange County, which is more expensive than LA.
Even worse.
Yeah. I lived in Orange County for a little while.
Yeah, they probably don't have very many employees. I mean, they say they hired people, but I mean, I know that in my business that I'm super short staffed and I can't get people. So I imagine they can't get them either.
Right.
You know.
Well, fellas, I have to tap out.
It makes me laugh.
I appreciate you having me on, Mike. That was fun.
I appreciate you joining, Eric.
I will keep listening, though. I have to do a few things, but I will have you guys on in the background.
All right, sounds
Hey,
good.
Eric. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys think of Wesker's Trevor Bauer?
He was a little
Investment.
disappointed when he showed that in his video. You would think he would enjoy it because he likes those oddball cards, doesn't he?
Yeah, I guess. But I think if you send like 5 rookies in and now they might be hard to get your money back for grading, you might be frustrated. In some ways, sometimes things have worked out well. Things get held at PSA for 6 months or 8 months or whatever, and boom, the price blows up. And then other times, guys get hurt and such. I know I have a Lou Bob. I think it's a gold refractor. It's been at PSA for quite a while. Granted, I probably wasn't going to sell it at least right away anyway, so not a big deal. But
He might be playing by the time it comes back.
perhaps I did see Eloy is supposed to – he was supposed to start a rehab a few days ago, I thought I saw. So
Right.
that's nice. You don't want to see these injuries. Guys missing full years, that's brutal, especially when the White Sox are such a good team and having such a strong season.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to get something to drink. So,
Yeah, they're in a weak division, so they can, struggle a little bit.
Yeah, they can take their time, but it's just, that's the thing with the modern players. You never know when someone's going to get in trouble. Trevor Bauer. You don't know when someone's going to get hurt. Ronald Acuna. And there's the hype, and there's the fact that a guy like Shohei Ohtani goes bonkers, hits 16 home runs in 21 games or whatever, and the price blows up. But then you have the injuries and such.
Well, that's Schwarber with the Nationals. Had a great month, then he gets hurt.
But you don't hear a lot about that on the, investing channels that are telling you the top 5 cards from the last 5 minutes. You don't hear that a lot.
Yeah.
So I think, like anything, even if you just collect it, obviously you just got to collect whatever you like. That's the most important, is that you enjoy it. But I think it's fun for me to diversify the collection, just to have different stuff. Of course, yes, I PC the Phillies. That is a focus, but I also love Hall of Famers, Hall of Fame slab cards, and I do like the modern cards too. And I'll pick up cards from players for all 30 teams and autographs and stuff like that. And that's really smart. If you do look at it, even if you're not looking at it to flip it right away, but, at some point you got to do something with your collection, right? You either hand it off to someone else, or you move it because you need to, or you move it just because for whatever reason you lose interest. Maybe you're forced to, you have to. And you certainly want to have something that you can get some money back for, right?
Right. And you want to be proud of it if it's monetarily or, anyway. So, you want to, strut and peacock a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want something that someone's just like, all right, what's all this shit? Heave it in the dumpster.
Well, you're saying that, but because of the value of the newer cards now, to me, I'm not paying couple $100 for a rookie or a guy in his first couple of years. That's why I'm kind of looking more for vintage. If I'm going to go to the National and spend buy some comma cards, they're going to be a guy that can't blow his knee out. So
You're not planning on going to the National and loading up on Jason Dominguez. Guy is
No.
like 14 professional at bats. You're not going to buy a gold refractor for like $8,000.
well, I love Pete Alonso. I've been collecting his 2019. I got a nice little, of all his variants, but I have a threshold that I go to, and I'm just not going to cross it. It doesn't matter if it's numbered to 1 or if it's numbered not numbered. It's just that's the way I look at it. So he's still not, get in the league for a few years, and then we can talk.
Yeah, I got a big stack of Alonzo's that I'm hoping he actually does something, because I am going to flip them, but they're not worth doing it yet.
Yeah, he's been hitting some here lately. So, but when you score 5 runs in the first and can't hold on to the lead, it's
To the Pirates, right?
they split with the Pirates.
Well, you put Diaz in there, you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly. I've been saying that. I still think that was a horrible trade, but
Well, we did get Cano out of it too.
Oh, you.
he gets the steroid trade going there in the Mets dugout. So
At least they didn't have to pay him this year. I mean,
That's right.
not that you care, but that's my favorite when they're like, people be like, "Oh man, we're paying him too much money." I'm like, "You ain't paying him shit. What do you care?"
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not mad about Bobby Bonilla, so I don't care.
yeah, that's
It's kind of funny every year that pops up on like Twitter or Facebook or so you see it in the feeds. I'm like, "Oh, Bobby Bonilla. He could have been a Philly. Thank God for the Mets." Because I think they made a run at him too.
well, the Mets prospect catcher hit a home run today in the Futures game. So
Well, time to move those cards.
yeah,
Probably quadruple the
Alvarez.
price.
If you have a Mets prospect named Alvarez, catcher,
I think
he
I
got
had
a home run today in a Futures game.
I'm going to go on eBay real quick and buy him.
might be too late. You might have lost your shot.
I did pick up a couple from you, Mike, on your sale the other night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I guess they're on their way. It's too late for me to pull them back.
yeah, that's right.
I have
I
so
already
much.
got those, I think. So
Gonna trade for Chapman.
They ain't
Yankees,
happening.
they're like a game over 500, right? People act like they're 10 games under.
yeah, they're still over 500.
Dude, if the Yankees just get hot for a little bit, they'll win division. I mean, they're eventually going
the Red
through.
Sox just lost a series to the Phillies, and the Phillies lost like 4 guys today at like 9 a.m. due to COVID stuff. Like Aaron Nola got scratched. They had a bullpen game. I expected them to blow that game the entire time, and somehow they held on.
Is there something internal with the Yankees going on? Because it just seems like, I don't know, like they're not in it or something. Like they're just out there. Are they just not happy? Has anybody heard anything? Or
I mean, according to Wesker Griff, it's the curse of Silver Jackify.
okay.
He's been mad at Joe ever since the off season. I think Joe said something about Harper or the Phillies being a small market team or something. Ed hasn't forgiven him, so I think Ed cursed the Yankees this year. So that's what Ed says. But
I mean, again,
I
they're
don't know
not.
if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, that just.
Yeah, I think with Glaber back to 2019 Glaber. Yeah, he does.
I do have a lot of Glaber stuff. I would like to see him catch fire again.
Yeah.
What's he like? What are his numbers? I haven't even looked. Is he playing average? Is he actually playing poorly?
I think he has some defensive issues. I think he's hitting probably 260. Somewhere around there. I mean, they probably need to move him back to second base. Put LeMahieu at first. And then, I don't know, find another shortstop.
Could have had Gregorius back.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
He was out for a while, but his average kind of stinks right now, but he just brings something to the offense.
Dude, he's fun.
Yeah, he's got like 8 home runs. I don't feel like he's barely played this year.
Yeah,
and Ronald Torres has been unbelievable this year for the Phils. He hit a bomb in the series against the Red Sox. I mean, granted, hitting a home run out of the stadium isn't very hard at Fenway, but I was like, Ronald Torres just did that?
The Yankees should have passed on Stanton and signed Harper. I kind of think that they almost made the Yankees take Stanton as a favorite in Major League Baseball just to get him out of Miami.
They ought to get baseball out of Miami for a favorite Major League Baseball.
Wouldn't be bad. I don't understand how there's 2 teams in Florida. I really don't get it.
Yeah, and they want to add 2 more teams to the league too. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be
Florida is perfect for all the spring training action, the spring training teams, the minor league teams. But do we need 2 teams that can't draw? I mean, I remember the World Series in like 2003. Like the Marlins had trouble. I think they had to do discounted tickets or give out free tickets, like in Tampa Bay. I remember in 2008, because I remember looking at like flights and all that stuff. It would literally be would have been cheaper to get a plane ticket, get a hotel room, and buy a World Series ticket in Tampa Bay than to drive, 30 minutes to Citizens Bank Park and just buy a ticket. Like that's how cheap tickets were for the World Series in 2008.
Was that the year they had to block off some of the seating in the upper deck?
Maybe. It's just amazing.
To make it look like
World Series. How do you not sell that out within 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So they put 2 more teams in. Where do you think they'll put them? Like another Canadian team? Back in Montreal or something?
Nashville and
I was going to say they talk about Nashville, Las Vegas, Portland, Montreal. Those are all the cities you kind of hear about the most.
I can see maybe even maybe San Antonio.
Well, Tampa's been threatened to move to Montreal, so
just get it over with already.
Yeah, that's a terrible town.
They do better in North Jersey than they.
Well, that's when they said when they played with limited seating in Tampa. They said that's home field advantage because they were used to it there.
I do remember hearing that.
It didn't really matter. There were more cardboard cutouts there than regular people there.
We got Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Charlotte
Las Vegas seems to be making moves with the Raiders and the hockey team, so I could see them building it. Well, then again, they could. Maybe they'll move the A's to Las Vegas. You move the Rays to Montreal, then they add their 2 teams.
Well,
I don't know. Major League Baseball needs to get on their. They need to start promoting their individual players. They need to give out more easier licensing so that you can watch stuff more easily. I mean, give your content out for free, morons. Stop blocking everything so you get as many people watching it as possible. And they need to figure out an agreement because they certainly cannot afford any kind of strike or lockout or anything like that. That has to be settled. That both sides have to figure that out.
I live in northern Iowa, and I have the MLB package. I wanted to watch the Mets-Brewers games that was in New York, and I was blackout. I couldn't watch them here in northern Iowa. And Milwaukee's 8 hours away from me, I think.
That's asinine.
Yeah. I think it's 5 or 6 teams I'm blacked out from.
Yeah, that's brutal. For me, it's just the Phillies, but I just watch them on television, of course. But
right.
I mean, you can get the audio or something because there have been times I'll just use my phone as a radio if I'm working on something. But yeah, that stuff's ridiculous. You want to get people. You want to build your brand. You want to let people use the stuff. So. Not saying you can allow people to.
Does it matter which channel you're watching it on? I mean, you know.
Well, that's the whole thing with all these exclusive contracts. I mean, cable's obviously dying. I think anyone can see that. Like, things are changing. You know, it's like, for me, the only purpose of having cable is to watch local sport. Like, there's no other reason. Like, what shows am I? There's so many ways to watch content, and that word gets on my nerves sometimes, hearing everyone talking on YouTube about content creator, this content. It's like, stop saying the word content already. I get it. But like, there is so much on YouTube. And I mean, you just look at the card channels that we watch and support. But I mean, YouTube's pretty big, you know, baseball card stuff's that much. If that, there's so much you can watch on there. And then, you know, you have all the podcasts, and there's so much entertainment, like, and that's what right now they're just trying to protect that. You know, they're taking the biggest paydays, you know, $500 million for a 20-year contract or whatever. And I mean, back in the day, the Phillies would be, you know, you'd have a certain number on cable, but there'd be 30, 40 games that were on local television. Then it became like 27, and it's like 2 now. It's like opening day, and I think maybe like the first night game or something, and that's it. Like, that's idiotic. I don't know how much like the Mets and Yankees have now, because when I'm up in northeastern Pennsylvania, I used to get the Phillies like once a week up there, and now like basically never. You'll see the Mets and Yankees. At least last year, I haven't paid enough attention this year, but you would get them at least like every other week or something. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. They're not on TV very much here. So the Yankees will be on TV here, but Mets very rarely. Maybe I'll get them on TBS when they're playing the Braves or something.
I mean, at least Major League Baseball partnered up with T-Mobile, so I get the free MLB.TV. But I mean, that's
they started showing one game on. They're showing one game a week on YouTube now. MLB. I had to watch it. One of the Mets games was the YouTube game, and that was the only way I could watch it through the MLB was on YouTube. So I had to watch it. So with the MLB.
That's my favorite, when they have some sort of exclusive thing like that, because I see my timeline like on something like Twitter or something, or Facebook, people complaining about how like their older relatives, like, I can't find the game, this and that, and then within like 5-10 minutes I'll be out, I'll be working, or I'll be wherever, and you know, I'll be reading that, laughing, and then I'll get a call from my dad being like, I can't find the Phillies. What channels that game on? I'm like, well, you have to. He's like, that's too complicated. I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what to tell you. It's the way the world is now.
Yeah, that's why I like MLB. I can just put it on there, pick the SNY or WPIX or something like that is the 2 channels. So usually it's SNY, but easy peasy. And then I have Hulu as my cable, I guess, if you want to call it that. Just that's the only way I can watch ACC sports. Yeah, that's
Pirates, Phillies, Baltimore, Washington, Reds. That's stupid.
And he's in Charlotte.
That's so dumb.
But he can see
no one should be blacked out.
It's crazy. Yeah, they got to do something about that.
No. What else y'all want to talk about?
Oh man, holy hell! It's 12:30 in the morning on the East Coast. Well, we're probably not going to go forever, but we can certainly go on for a little bit more. What does anyone who's still watching us, which shockingly there's still 40 people, what do you guys want to hear about? Any questions? Any thoughts?
Want to see some cards or anything?
What do you have, Dave? You have anything to show off?
Man, I got a shit ton of stuff to show off.
Start showing it off. I don't have anything great. I mean, I have plenty of stuff, just not super handy. I got some random common vintage.
Yeah, let's see
57s.
Yeah, let's see what I got here for. I just reach back. Show a little DeGrom action.
That's nice.
Oh, I found some DeGroms too, Dave. You would like them when I was going through my stuff. I was trying to dig out stuff, and I would just do a bunch of little box rummages, which would taken up a ton of my time, but they were fun as hell. I'm like, holy shit, a Jacob DeGrom 1-of-1 autograph.
Jeez.
That's a nice find then. Let's see, each of you most valuable card. Hold on, let me go.
I mean, I think that fluctuates, to be honest. I've got a Patrick Mahomes. It's like Pop 2 collegiate uniform auto rookie. That's pretty pricey.
I don't know. What's this one go for now? What's the amount for this one today?
What is that, 10?
Yeah.
It's probably still a few thousand, right?
Couple grand. So
I think there's some in South Jersey there, John. There's one in Horsham that I like. But Philadelphia itself, I mean, I used to, back when I was a kid, there were a lot in the Northeast and such, but I don't know that there's any active there. I brought a Robinson to the National a few years ago to sell because I didn't like the way it looked.
Man,
Then I sold it when I got back. Didn't buy a new one right away.
This is a 2.5, but man, it's beautiful. I think
The grades on vintage to me is basically irrelevant. You just want a card. I want the lowest grade possible that looks as good as possible that I can get at the best price.
this is probably my most expensive card right now. And it's going for
That's got to be like $600.
no, it's like $4,000 or something like that now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
really, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know his stuff went crazy. I had a bunch of his rookies. I don't know what the hell I did with them, but
Here's one of my man.
probably sent them out to some Mets fans or something.
And then hold on. There we go to DeGrom. Yeah, no, I just saw. So this is like the photo variation.
Okay, Pepino. Yeah.
I think this one. Well, this one, the red foil is like 1,000 now, even at 9, or it's getting up there, right close to that. Yeah, I don't know what. Same as this one right here. This is the red foil again, or the hot foil, whatever.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, the Grom PC did way better than my Geno Smith PC. So,
Yeah, I got my DeGroms on the other side of the table here.
yeah, my Confortos aren't doing too well though.
Yeah, I love Conforto, but he hit one today.
I hate Conforto because tired of seeing him destroy the Phillies. But outside of that, I'm sure he's a swell guy. I found this in a container today, just like kind of hanging out with a bunch of cards worth like $20. Then I looked it up on eBay. I'm like, holy shit. It was going for a little more than I was anticipating.
Yeah, so
I hit this out of a break recently, so I did really well with that.
Oh, nice. I was looking at that card today, like trying to figure out if I want to buy one at National. If I didn't go with the mantle, I was looking at some vintage, and it would have been pretty good.
If Reese ND watches this, if he makes it as far as we've gone, he'll like that one. Shout out to Pepino, man.
Nice.
Little
Yeah,
Corey Seager action.
Brad 8671 says, I have to say, I really enjoyed Geno.
I really like this patch on this DeGrom here.
No, that's nice.
I actually got that at the last National. when they let you in like 30 minutes early or whatever, there was a guy with a lot of these higher end stuff, and I got to.
Yeah.
So that does work out.
Sweet David Wright.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I'm from Virginia, and that's where he's from. So I love some David Wright. My favorite David Wright autos is actually with Mike Schmidt on the same one.
Yeah, not a night, not well.
I like
Not a
this
great player, but sweet.
I'll take that DeGrom for the Ginter collection.
one. Yeah, I bet. I love that red ink autos and
Hey, Dave, I'll trade you this Glaber for something.
and then one of the most underrated, I feel like, sets.
Keep finding these Acunas.
These gold label, gold. DeGrom.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on the list for this year. I don't remember if I saw gold label because I know they've had it the last few years. The base cards are terrible in comparison to like the 98 gold label, but the autos are awesome.
Yeah, these gold frames, they're real sensitive though. They dent and ding really easily.
So I'll show you two cards I was planning on buying at the National, and I bought them before the National. So
Jeets.
yeah,
Nice.
Jeter, and then on the camera there,
Oh, that's nice.
Was he any good?
a little bit. See, this is the card I was like the real one I was going to plan on buying, and then I just said fuck it and bought it first. Here's when I bought the National in Cleveland. Rivera bought that off.
I won the stream, guys. I had the best card in the stream, hands down.
Corey Seager.
I might have a Corey Seager right here somewhere. Oh. Where to put all my stuff?
We're all gonna just leave the stream.
Yep. Entertain yourselves.
Yeah, no Corey Seager here.
I gotta wait for Mike to come back, but that's one of my David Wrights with Schmitty.
Tribute.
Yeah. But then I got another one here, Upper Deck. I miss Upper Deck baseball so bad.
Actually, I'll get something for Mike. Hold on. He probably already knows what I'm going to grab.
I love those. I love Schmidt and David Wright.
Looking for some better vintage stuff. I just don't feel like digging too much.
There you go, Mike.
Here's a nice $5 pickup.
There's a Philly card for you.
There you go. Half a good card.
Yeah, and there's another one.
I like Wright though. Tribute.
Yeah. Filipino man, we need to see your hands at all times.
A couple fills for MikeO.
Pepino, are you sharing a room with Felmerton again?
And then one of the best sets ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do love Gary Carter Natsman. I can't get. I can go all night showing Gary Carter.
Man, I got a lot of this guy. Need him to get back healthy.
I can like more than one.
Gary Carter. Yeah. Actually, I bought this off Mr. Fisher bike
Nice.
before we knew who each other
I
were.
might have that same exact card, actually.
I'm going to put these back real quick.
Was that it, Dave, that you just showed? Was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a huge, not a huge, but I got a Gary Carter display over here.
Yeah, here's a Piazza. I bought that at the National. I think in
Nice.
Cleveland also.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
remember you getting that.
that's a short list. I have one auto, but I want another
Finest autos are always great looking, and they're usually fairly affordable. But it's a sweet Reggie Jackson.
I have a Reggie Jackson auto and a Baltimore Orioles helmet.
Yeah, see, so here's two cards. So I was thinking Cleveland, I was looking for this card in Cleveland, couldn't find it. So I bought it like right after with the eBay coupon that they gave us. We got from their $10 off.
I wonder if they'll give us that again.
Hope so. Last year I was looking for so I was looking for this guy last year and couldn't find one either in a Mets uniform. But Nolan. Yeah. Any of the Mets guys have a Seaver or Nolan rookie? I do not have either one of the rookies.
What was that question?
If any of you guys, we had a Seaver or Nolan Ryan rookie.
No, I haven't got those yet.
I could find a Nolan Ryan. I saw one earlier today.
When I go to spend that money, that's usually going into one of my player PCs.
I feel like the stuff I'm holding right now is like right up Dave's alley.
Yes.
Edgar Martinez, Bo.
Yeah, I need to get a Bo. I might look. He's one of the guys on my list this year. Maybe try to get order him at the National.
He's not cheap, but obviously he's not like crazy either.
Like Bo and McGuire, some people I need. Hey, let me go get my box of like non-Met guys.
Oh, I got piles of them, hoops and homers. He still signs down at the games. I was gonna go away and get some more stuff. When we started this, I was anticipating this being like a half hour long, not 2 hours. But
here's one of my 101.
That's how it goes.
Ichiro.
It can't go like last year. Last year, post Hobby Palooza live stream was like 5.5 hours long.
I remember that. I got a 101 Ichiro, 101 Johnny Bench.
What we got here? Where's that?
And then I got a 1 of 5 Hank Aaron.
Nice. I got a Hank. Let me find it.
Yeah, that was funny.
I don't know if Brad's still in here, but I'm sure he would like this one.
That Hank Aaron got into a break for like $20.
Nice. Yeah, I got this.
Nice. I gotta love Hank.
Yeah. So I got. Hold on, let me put these down real quick.
And it was great because it was a Brewers team when I got into a break.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Like, damn, I got borrowers.
Now, probably my best, I would say, break hit. I bought into a break of 20. Okay, well, sorry. So 2014 5-star football. I was gonna buy. I was gonna buy Jason Morrow autograph rookie, and it was like $9 or $10, and I was like, no, I think I can get that for like $5 in about a week or two. So I bought a break instead for like 16. And I got the Amaro in the first box, and then that in the second box.
Wow.
That worked out all right.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah.
Check out Diamond Icons. I think that just came out the last few days. You can there's some awesome stuff in there.
I collect Ichiro. Are you going to the National?
Terry.
I hate the glares. I'm so not used to showing cards. That's why most of my videos are just the hand videos, because usually if I do a video, I want to do as little editing as possible. And I'm like, I can't flip it in the between. Frank Thomas. This guy's got to learn how to hit again.
Yeah.
Even though he's awesome.
Brad 87. Brad likes it so much. The 101 Gino. And that was actually given me
Who's he
by
with now? He's still with someone, isn't he? He's still bouncing
Seattle.
around as a backup, right?
Yeah, he's with Seattle. Yeah, that was given to me by Michael Fabian for Christmas one year. This one's sweet. Name it in Pennington.
Hey, I collect Ichiro on Instagram and Twitter is Big Scott 35. If you want to message me, we could talk. I was thinking about you when the other day when I saw it on my shelf. Love to put that in the right home. I like Ichiro, but not as much as my name to make it my name. Yes, sir, I am. Big Scott 35 on the gram.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's seen this a bunch of times, but my Harper, I pulled my first national out of the Ginter box.
I remember you pulling that.
Yeah,
I remember watching that video.
Came with the Val Kilmer shirt relic.
There you. I would like the Val Kilmer shirt relic.
It was cool. It was a cool card. What you got here?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah, I'll give you a little run of 5-star here.
Cool. I collect Ichiro.
K-Line. What we got here? So who we got? What kind of Brad?
I'm just grabbing stack of stuff, so you see how well it organized.
I'm in just watch mode now.
Yeah, I got my box of big cards or nice cards. So.
Oh, I just saw that Fred McGriff earlier today. I have it in a box with a whole bunch of like similar types of players.
I'll show you one of my favorite cards.
Here's your shortstop.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite cards right here. The tribute Roberto Alomar, the red.
Yep. That's nice.
Yeah, what grade is that Breeze? Is it better than mine?
This one's a 9.
Yeah.
I got a couple of them. I have an SGC 9 and I have
We just got the 7.5.
the 9 SGC I bought so cheap. I won it at auction. I forget, a couple years ago. I literally just bought it because I was following something else and I was just like, dude, that's ridiculous how cheap it was. Here, this is for Pepino.
Man. Let's see if I got some Dodgers for Pepino.
That's nice.
All right, here we go. Of course, this Brooklyn Dodgers. There you go. Don Zimmer. What else we got here?
I love those there, Mike. That last one.
Some Ted Williams. He was okay.
More for Pepino Man. Don Sutton. Where's that?
Good night, Brad.
All right, Brad. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Schmitty. Oops and homers for me. It's going to probably be like it's going to be vintage. I'm kind of keeping it close because I like to.
Where?
Some bucket cards for me. Ray Finkeltree.
Some Ginters.
You're right about that collector each.
Halliday Ginter in a horrible looking Blue Jays uniform. I hate that uniform so much.
Now,
We're
Mike,
the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's start wearing black uniforms.
hey, Mike, question for you with the Allen and Ginter. Now, I know, and it's great that you love getting those autographed, and I agree with you. They're beautiful. Now, did you just see one and go, okay, this is what I want to start collecting, or did you just start getting some and you're like, oh, I'm going to go?
I think I like the cards, and I think I got a few signed like through the mail and stuff, and was like, dude, these look awesome. And then I just started getting more and more done. And then I like the packs too, but the ones that you get pack pooled, I prefer the full cards. And, then eventually they start doing the archive signature series, and that just provided more opportunities to add some. Because most of the time I was getting one signed, and then I was,
he's got one
getting them all slabbed.
Prettiest autos out there.
But yeah, this card is, I can't say there's many cards I have that look better than that one there. That's just perfect.
Those guys knew, the whole idea, I want somebody to be able to read my name. And
you would think I'm a Dodgers collector or something. All of a sudden I'm showing off all these Dodgers. How about this set? This is one of the few sets I did. And there's some bums in it. Like Jose Martinez, kind of like, who is this guy? Sadly, Scott Kingery, who is just falling off the mat. Willie Adames. Here's one of your guys, boys. Brandon Nimmo.
Yeah.
But this set gets pretty good by the end. Aguilar. DeYoung. Josh Hader, who's actually very good.
Here's a big one from last year's National.
Stan the Man. Blake Snell. Take him out in the World Series. Why? Is that Luke Voigt?
One of my favorite sets right here. Big fan of these.
Oh, yeah. I was going through some Phillies ones earlier today. Bob Dernier, Bob Boone, Fergie Jenkins, Dale Murphy.
That Dale Murphy's in the Phillies uniform, too. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yep. Raisel Iglesias.
Brooks.
I got Brooks Robinson, and he came to our Little League tournament.
Larry Sanchez. Do you guys still hate him? Uh-oh.
Yeah, dude. Sanchez sucks.
I like Juan. That's a good auto, too.
Juan Soto. Aguilar. Andujar hasn't done much. Lindor.
For another one for Pepino.
Here's where the set got more
Garvey.
Judge.
Oh, yeah. I remember when you were going for that set. Yeah. Did you complete that set?
Yep. Just went through the whole thing. Is the last one right here. I'm guessing this card has increased in value since then. It's probably like a few $100s now.
And you got a little Vlad Sr.
Vlad Daddy.
The National pickup, I think from AC. Goldschmidt.
There you go.
Big Scott's got me beat by a half a grade. I really wish I picked up the
Well-centered.
Bowman.
What year Bowman were you looking at?
The 50 Bowman. Jackie, I've wanted that for years. I just never pulled the trigger, and now it's gone so.
Gotta sell your house.
Yeah, I don't have a bunch of vintage. Let's see what I got here. So here's the card I pulled off from the 87 Topps pack last year from Dave.
I got the. I saw my. I got a. What the hell was it? 55. Was it 55? 55 Bowman Roy Campanella out of one of those. I bought this card for like $9 because it had the piece missing. It's torn on the back. Who gives a shit? It's the way it's supposed to look. $10
That's right.
at a local card shop auction. Like 5 years ago.
There you go. The grade PSA 5 Gary Carter rookie. Where's he?
2.5 on a satchel.
Yep.
Nice.
This card's all 53 tops is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that set.
I think I bought this card for like
I
$10.
actually like it better than 52,
Jack
which
Morris,
is not a popular
8.5.
opinion, but I think it's amazing.
I'm with you on it too. I like 53 better than 52.
What we got here? Here's a Keith Hernandez rookie. 8.
Most people don't know him other than Seinfeld.
I am Keith Hernandez.
So it was a McCovey and a 2. It was a Mike baseball collector gave me that when I went to his house one day.
Oh, okay.
He's like, here, it's all beat up. I have 2 of them. I'm like, cool. I'm going to slab it.
Oh, cool. 1 of 1.
Yeah. Nice. I do have one Trout auto that I pulled out of a clearance pack.
What the hell happened to Carter Kaboom? Is he in the minors?
Yeah, he's a Syracuse Chief.
Raleigh Figures rookie.
I think they might have given up on him.
Why do I have so many Dodgers cards?
Joe Morgan rookie.
Yeah, that's on a list I have. Joe Morgan rookie.
I'd rather see your Joe Morgan Phillies cards.
Here's a
Nolan Ryan Astros.
Dawson.
Yeah, that's another one there. I love Hawk when he with the Expos.
So has one of you guys been collecting so long that you misplace things?
PSA 6,
Find
baby.
So
Yes.
I'm pretty good about knowing where my stuff is.
I know where it is.
I know where my stuff
How do you know which
Yeah.
box it's in?
I didn't realize I had 3 Trout rookie cards. I thought I had 1 and I had 3.
Hey, every now and then in life you get a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Well, you got them graded for me, Mike. That's what I'm
How long
telling you.
ago was that at this point?
It was like
I think I remember. Didn't they upcharge one? Did they upcharge one of them? I can't even remember.
I had a $75. That was the 2 9s and a 10. So I got the $75.
At least it wasn't now where it'd be like $300.
Well, you told me it was an
Just as
upcharge,
long.
and it made me happy because I knew I had a 10 at that point. So
I got good news and bad news. Bad news is you're gonna owe a little more money. Good news is
that's
you
all
did
right.
okay.
I sold the 2 9s. I know that's backwards for most people, but man, I wanted that 10.
I mean, the ultra modern stuff, I prefer to have the 10s if possible.
Well, I pulled, all those. I have a whole bunch of 2011 update, and because when they were making those repacks, they were, I was picking them up all winter long, and they were just in every one. At least 2 update packs were in it. So I have Freeman, Goldschmidt, several of each one pack pulled. So I didn't have a lot in.
It was a nice Alonso action variation.
Yeah.
So one car I may look for at the National is the, I guess, what is it, the Gypsy Queen around the bases or bases, whatever. The Alonso autograph of that. It's pretty sweet looking.
I think this is the one I pulled at the National a few years ago. I actually did decent in the one box I broke.
I am looking for. I can tell you one thing. I'm always on the lookout for the variations from the Tops meeting or whatever Q&A from the last one. I have one of them. They have
they did the 86. So yeah, that was the piss up at the last Nationals. That everyone went to the Tops thing, and they all got Pete Alonso autographs.
Yep.
MikeO pulls a Pete Alonso autograph in front of me. I'm like, dude, I'm the only one with that one.
Well, I didn't go.
Dave went home empty-handed.
Somebody, I bought one of them from one of the guys that was at it. I think I paid like $125 for it or something like that. He goes, I'm way underpriced, and I was like, okay, whatever.
I don't know if anybody, we got hoops and homers in here, so basketball maybe. So I'll show a little basketball here, just so since no one else shows them. Here's my Ewing auto.
Hoops.
Where is mine? Yeah, this one's sweet. This was actually given to me by a YouTuber back in 2015 or 14. Ewing rookie.
Don't do much basketball. I collect players from Virginia for basketball.
I'm trying to work on like the 80s rookies in basketball still. I mean, it's like my third.
So I don't collect very much basketball. I used to watch it though.
Yeah. Well, I'll do like I get autographs of the guys I grew up watching.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to go after any of the newer guys. So I have no idea, even in the Knicks, I have no idea who's on there. I think Julius Randle is the only name I know.
Right.
And RJ Barrett, because he was the one drafted. But other than that, I have no clue.
Yeah, I watched college basketball the year that University of Virginia won the national championship. So of course I watched that, but I don't watch here lately. When I was in high school, that's all I did was watch it.
Yeah.
But
there's a couple more of the Fleer rookies, Olajuwon. So I busted this out of a BCCG slab. It was a BGCG, or it was an 8, and then it turned into a PSA 6.
What's basketball?
Got Mullen. Some got made room. Tom Chambers.
oh, there you go. That's a blast from the past, Tom.
Yeah.
Chambers.
Who else do I got in here? Bought this one, the National, one year, a couple years ago. They get an AC, the Stockton rookie.
I just sent JT a Bryce Harper auto
Pippen rookie.
material.
From what?
I forget what year. I bought it at the National a few years ago.
Nationals one?
No, it's a Nationals one, but I bought it at the National a few years back.
Here's another Griffey. I forgot I have this one too.
Did you get that out of the
Snapshots pack? Yeah.
yeah, or did you buy that?
No, I pulled it. My dad pulled this one here. You guys will like this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's that?
I mean, it's
Draw.
snapshots, so it's not going to be the most popular, but I mean, still 1-1.
This one's cool. So I was with Mike, baseball collector, and like it was me and Andy and the guy, the Pat Geek guy, I can't remember his name is for some reason. So we opened up a bunch of packs of the Fleer at the baseball game, and I got the Robinson, and it sat in my pocket the whole baseball game. And
It's
then
everyone's favorite Hall of Famer.
I got home graded and still got a 9. So
I think I've heard you tell that story before.
yeah, but like I said, it sat in my pocket for 3 hours and didn't get messed up.
Yeah. What is
I'll show
that?
you some.
Oh, Connie Mack. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
E96, 1910.
Yeah, I've
Little
only
staining, but pretty damn cool.
got one tobacco card, and I
When you
bought it.
get things like this, the pop is so low. If it comes up for sale, it's like grab it or
Yeah, I
forget it.
bought one a few years back just so I could have one. Joe Tinker, Sweet Capro. Just so I could-
I got more one-of-ones than I realized. I never
Oh,
really
County Bench.
Yep.
I never seen that come up on a sales thing.
Yeah, it's probably because it hasn't.
Oh yeah, I don't have the 86 MJ. That may be way down the future, but we'll see. We'll see. Someone asked about that one.
Never say never, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find a duffel bag of money at the National, and then you can trade it for one.
We just gotta take out what's his name from last year or 2 years ago. Here, Scott, you might like these.
Okay.
My 86 Mets run.
Yes, that's Mookie. I love Mookie, man.
Mookie.
He was so exciting back then.
Yeah.
Wally
Backman. I love these archives with the 86 tops. Look.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite player growing up.
Oh, yeah, Sid.
Fernandez, yeah. I got a baseball side of him too. Lenny.
Yep, Nails. There you go.
This one's out of archives. The Mitchell.
Yeah, he was. I love Kevin Mitch. I was upset when he left and went to San Francisco.
Kevin Mitchell.
Roscoe.
Sid Fernandez. Did you see, I don't think I showed it off. I had a Sid Fernandez Phillies card yesterday.
Nice. I saw it. Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I showed it or not.
Daryl Strawberry, nice.
So we got in the 86. Color's a little off on this one, but Ray Knight.
I have most of those autographs, but they're not on 86. I have that Tim Tuffle. Yeah.
And a couple other. The Ron Darling. And a couple other 86ers just on the
Right.
facility. Hojo.
I love Howard Johnson. Yeah.
The hotel guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been picking up 69 Mets autos when I can.
Got to pick up some Bob Fellers, man. His shit is cheap. You can find it cheap sometimes. It's awesome. I picked this one up at the Philly show. Jimmy Fox.
Jimmy Fox, yeah.
Yeah, here's one of the best autographs around.
The guy from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I agree. I have two with him with the Mets, upper deck ones, and then I have a Cardinals one of him, and that's a beautiful card.
Yeah, I got one of the Cardinals as well.
You got to get the Jerry Kuzman rookie one of these days.
Yeah, I need that. That card has just gone is skyrocketed. I hate to see what a 2 in SGC is right now.
What they called them earlier today, those comma cards.
Yeah, comma cards. Yeah, I've been picking up Roberto Clemente's. I'm trying to get his player run. He's probably my favorite player that I never watched play. That big card of that cutout that you had yesterday, I can't remember what it was called. You pulled it out of a bubble wrapper.
Oh, the big one, the Aldemery. Those things are super short prints. They're hard to get.
What year was that?
That was I have to look at it.
Yeah,
20s, 30s.
Okay, that was very interesting. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Food and beverage, oddball stuff.
1888 Goodwin Champions. I got this card because Silver Jackify picked up the who the hell did he get?
Cap Anson.
Yeah, you got the Cap Anson. I was like, damn, that card is beautiful. And I looked up, and there was a Philly in the set, and I looked for a while for that one before I found it.
Was that the year that he bought it from the guy in the bar? Isn't he the one that did that?
I think he was talking to someone about it. I forget where exactly he bought it from. Here's a old Judge, 1886.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, I wish Brad was still in the room, but he hooked me up with that thing. Not as cool as these old ass cards, but sweet patch for gassing them.
All you gotta need it now is Ryan Klesko, and you'll have the bookends there.
There's an Allen and Ginter for you.
Sweet.
Not signed though. I don't think we have any signed Ginters from the 1800s.
Do those cards have any like paper loss on the back and stuff?
These ones here. Well, these are blank backs.
Okay. So I know a lot of those got stuck in like.
But this one's not bad.
Right.
Some of them, my favorite ones are some of the ones that have the checklist on the back, and you see like Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb,
Right.
You see whoever the stars of that time were, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
Ron Say rookie.
Yeah. The card pouring channel. Yeah, he met some random guy before. So yeah, I thought so.
Did I stumble upon the card porn channel?
Late night.
I don't know. Wait, Pepino man was talking earlier. I don't know what's going on at his house, but yeah, might have.
Might have given him more excitement than he needed.
That's right.
Well, I think he did disappear. So
Yeah, I said entertain himself. He said, "Okay, turned off the lights."
let's see what we got here. I'll go grab my box again.
So anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah.
Man, I gotta stop pulling shit out because I gotta go to bed.
You got to work tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been digging these lately.
Chip Jones.
The autographed press steels.
Yeah, they're
Great.
nice.
Great substitute for the cards are too expensive. Regular cards are too expensive, but these are a little bigger, not as much. So get some good autograph. Here's George Kell.
Pulled this one on the channel.
Matthews.
I was completely shocked when I got this.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, holy hell. Because when you open Heritage, you're expecting just the relics.
Here we go. A little Willie McCovey auto.
Random Andrew Benintendi.
Here you go, Mike. Robert
Nice. The Turkey Reds. Here you go. I remember I got this prospect. I was like, I wonder if this dude will be any good. Turned out to be all right. That was definitely out of a blaster, too.
Yeah, you got more Alonso autographs than I do. Of course, I have 0. So.
This guy's got a hit. This card's decent.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Tatis.
Okay.
I was actually pretty lucky, like pulling judges and stuff. I remember that year, 2017.
Yeah, I still got to get an auto of him, too. I don't have a judge yet.
I mean, his non-rookie stuff I don't think would be too bad.
No.
I got this one in a group break.
I got a Fernando, but it's in an Elite Extra Edition.
I mean, you can get some good autos in there.
There's a
Yeah.
cool
I
another
just happened to run across that.
basketball slab.
That used to be in my possession once upon a time.
It was.
This one, I pulled. This card is scratched up a lot. It wouldn't grade very well, but I'm sure either way it's up there in price.
Any wrestling fans, I do have a 101 of Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, that's sweet.
I pulled this at the
Super
National
refractor.
too.
I do like that.
Bueller.
I even thought about like busting some wrestling at the National. Freaking everything else is too expensive.
Out of that same box, I got this hand numbered out of 10. It's a Knuckles card signed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, top loader.
I'll grab. Oh, I got 2 cool wrestling cards. Hold on.
I don't have any wrestling cards. I feel left out. Definitely got this one out of a group break. I love the atomic refractors. I wish the damn
Jim
thing
Tomei.
focused better. There's a nice Tomei out of what the hell is this product called? The shit that's like 25,000 a box or
Oh,
something.
the definitive.
Transcendent.
Oh, Transcendent. Yeah, I was 20,000 or about 10,000 off. Yeah, I'll wait for somebody to break that, and you can pick off one of the ones. I got a bench.
Yeah, Transcendent. I remember getting involved in the couple breaks. I never hit anything great.
Right.
I mean, it was cheap, but they were like, you could win like an empty box, stupid crap like that. I remember.
Yeah, I've never seen that one on sale before.
The sad thing is how much stuff. All I have in this stacks of stuff I have.
There you go.
Sell piles that are like.
Got an 8
I'm
by
just
10.
like, that's not even like non-collection stuff. I'm like, God damn, I gotta move that stuff.
A lot of my wrestling autographs are 8 by 10. I got a box full of them though.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I don't have too many of the 80s, 90s guys. I do have a Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, I want to get. I had a bunch, and I sold some of them a couple years ago. But I want to get the Lawler from Undisputed. Yeah, the camera here. And then I want to get the Ted DiBiase also with the $1 million belt.
Right.
That's it. So.
Yeah, I love some wrestling. Now I kind of got out of it here in the last few years. But
Well, it's been terrible.
yeah, I tried to even watch the new AEW, and it was very bad. So
I don't mind the AEW. I think it's all right. It has a WCW feel to it, which I liked. But.
well, yeah, I guess I was kind of waiting for the fans to come back.
Yeah,
You killed me.
that was kind of terrible when they.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a couple things. So here's a set I've been working on for football for a while. Hold on, for a couple more of these damn things. Yeah. So I've been working on this set for a couple of years now. It's a 5-star relic football.
Yep.
Bring back Tops football.
Breeze,
Yeah.
Marcus Allen. No, that don't help. Hold on.
There you go.
Allen. Looking. Gail
You used
Sayers.
to play football.
That's Gail. Yeah. Mike Singletary. Dickerson.
You guys interact, not interact. I'll interact with you. What do you need? I just ordered a Rock Tops Chrome 1. Have never seen before. What is Rock?
Willie Mays. He doesn't have much stuff like Pat pulled stuff. Mike Fabian pulled this for me in a group break years and years ago.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I was in that group break.
I remember I think it was a team he did like a random, and the two teams I picked I think were the Nationals.
Oh, The Rock. Gotcha.
2015. Damn, it's hard to believe how long ago that was.
Was that museum?
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in
I
that
don't even
group.
know. I wonder what this card
I
goes
hit nothing.
for. Like, I have no clue. I don't even know if you could find a comp for it, but $2015 museum Trout.
I see what we got here. Those early wrestling cards we've taken.
Oh, well.
Four powers of that one there.
Another cool one.
Koufax.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, if I don't. So I might buy, if I don't do Griffey, I may do a Koufax at the National. We'll see.
Yeah, I bought a Griffey at the National. My first National I went to. That was kind of one of my bigger cards.
Question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
Are you joining the National Party Friday night?
Maybe. We'll see if they pay my my fee to show up. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't. When's that like trade night thing? Did anyone say that collector dude? I forget what his name is. Card Collector 2 or something.
Yeah, his name's Ryan Johnson. I think he's. I think he usually does it on Thursday. With him and
Because Thursday, I think, is Friday's the Filmington. Thursday's the
BBC.
collectors, right? Ed was like sending me stuff about Wrigley Field, and I was just like, dude, like, he was like, well, there's a game Wednesday night, which I guess theoretically we could do because when we get in, you wouldn't get to the National for that long. He's like, or Thursday. I'm like, I ain't going Thursday. I mean, I've been to Wrigley, so I don't really care to go. But, I mean, as fun as it would be, but if he really wanted to do that, I would have preferred to do go in a day earlier. Because the National goes too fast. I'm already – I would preferably like got in there the minute they opened Wednesday and stayed through Sunday.
Yeah, y'all should have got early flights.
I mean, I kept trying, and then it wasn't working out good. Here's a Met Superfractor for you guys. Kinja Chrome. It was just bad.
a couple of GMAs for you.
If we would have gotten in earlier based on what was available, you would have to do all these layovers and shit. And I was like, I don't want to deal with that crap.
Yeah, y'all should have just like got the tickets like when I did.
Yeah, probably. But in all honesty, like I would like to get in there, as early as possible, so you could go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like next year, AC, I'll definitely stay there Sunday and hope for those deals. I remember in Cleveland, like I remember buying a giant box of slabs, like 50 slabs for like $80 or something. I kept like 20 for the collection and was able to just sell off other ones just to,
Yeah.
Get
Well,
my
that's
money
what-
back and more. Like there was just, and wax too, there were a lot of deals. Now I don't necessarily see that being the same with the way things are going now, but they'll probably be singles. Like a lot of these places or these guys, they want to make those last minute sales. They there's travel costs. So if you can stay Sunday, it's awesome too.
Yeah, I'll be there Thursday. I'll land like 11:30ish, and then I leave Sunday evening at 4:30. I did that on purpose so I can go over there Sunday just to see if there's anything.
I mean, Sunday I can go for probably a couple hours, which I got the VIP thing, so I'm cool with doing it. I don't have to go buy a ticket for it, but
Yeah, I'm thinking like if for AC, I may try to stay Sunday. That way you can take it back to the airport. I'll just stay all day.
yeah, hopefully it's just not like last time when I bailed on you. I was like, yeah, good luck, start walking.
I got a ride from Everett.
The AC one was just, I remember that was just at a like horrible time. It was so hard, even though it was local, because I had way too many things at once.
We had weddings and stuff.
Yeah, I think I had to go to I had a bachelor party like the one day, and they were all like, even though they're not that far, it was like I had to, say I'm right here, like I had to go all the way over this way for a bachelor party one day, going back and forth, and then all of a sudden I had to go like way up north one way, and then I went down the AC for that. Then I had to go all the way down somewhere else for a wedding, and it was just like. Then I had something else like 4 hours away, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is like utter chaos. Like, why is all this stuff happening at once? So I'll make sure that's not the case this time, next year.
Yeah, I think I got Everett to give me a ride because him and like Joey had to go to the airport anyway, so it worked out all right.
Yeah, I mean, I know there is a train for people. Not that there's a lot of people. There are still 28 people, but like there is a train that runs right from the airport in Philadelphia right to the convention center. So it's not like there's no way to get there.
Yeah.
That's certainly better than paying for like an Uber or something that would cost you a fortune. But it's not ideal. You don't want to fly for a few hours or more and then have to
Take a
spend
2 hour
another
train.
45 or an hour and a half traveling. But we'll see. I think it'd be kind of neat to get there's some towns right around there. And if you have a car, I think it'd be kind of cool to rent a house or something. Right now, shore rental houses are through the roof along with everything else with travel because everyone's like, well, I haven't traveled in a year and a half, 2 years. It'd be a good idea to travel and everything's booked. But that wouldn't be a bad play either. It's a little more annoying having to travel a few minutes rather than be able to walk, but that's something that wouldn't be bad to look into.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time. Like me, like JVP and all them were talking about like getting a Airbnb house, and so everybody's all there at night. But we'll see. My wife also may want to go next year because of the casino, and trying to talk her out of it. So.
Well, baseball collector, doesn't he have a friend or something that lives? I think that lives real close to Atlantic City. I know he was talking about that a few years ago.
Yeah,
He said something about his wife going or something.
Yeah, I think he said his wife was going to go last year. So,
but yeah, you don't want to. The thing is with AC, you want to stay in one of those hotels that's real close to the convention, or you want to stay in another town. You don't want to stay in one of the motels that's like $54 a night. Because most likely you're going to wake up and have no money left, no cards, and you'd be lucky if you even have clothes left, Like, you don't want to stay in those places.
No, I actually like to stay at, I think we stayed at Bally's last time. I enjoyed our staying over there. They'd, walk right outside the onto the boardwalk and go walk over to the beach bars right there, or walk up and down and get some food. And
Yeah, I haven't stayed in Atlantic City in so long. I used
It
to
wasn't
go
that
there in like October and November because you would get some actually really nice weather and go there like off days or something, go catch like football games that time of the year, hang out in the bars and stuff. But that was a while ago. And they were like $40 a night because they're just trying to fill the rooms.
yeah, the rooms at AC are expensive for National.
Yep.
I think you get a better deal than you would, just going because you
Yeah.
live there. But it was probably the most expensive one I had. I was only there. I guess we got there Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Saturday, checked out Sunday morning. So, yeah.
Yeah, because Cleveland spoils you. It's like $70 a night or something.
Well, we also stayed at the La Quinta. So,
True. But Chicago's not too bad.
Yeah.
Unless you wait until now.
oh, see, we got some. So, Bowman 51. Yeah, I live in Dallas, Texas, or Fort Worth. So we got some nice high. AC. Yes, I said in AC, some nice apartment style places in AC. Sleep about 8 to 10 people. So,
It's definitely, as long as you take the time to look into stuff, there's definitely options.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, if you get a bunch, like, hell, if you find a couple of places in the same apartment and you get like 8 to 10 of us in 3 different apartments, that'd be a good party for afterwards, So, AC would be fun though.
We get Ed to use up. We can go stay at one of the places he gambles at. Get him to, all his losses. Get a bunch of free rooms. I don't know if he still does that. I remember back a couple years ago, he'd always be telling me he's going down. I'm like, how the hell do you keep running down there? But now they got sports betting in Philadelphia, so why bother? Why bother going to AC unless they're selling baseball cards at this point?
Dude, all I know about AC is that Ray from Philly will be there.
Oh, shit. I just got a text message. Well, I got it probably a long time ago, as in like 2 hours ago from Mr. Fisher Bike talking about the time me and him were walking through the Panini booth talking shit. That was funny.
Yeah, you did that in AC, yeah.
Good times.
Cool. Well, hey guys, I think I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah, my intention was to do about a 30 to 45-minute stream, and it's been 2 hours, 47 minutes. So
that's what happens.
I definitely got to wind down, get to sleep, get a few hours sleep. So it was fun. I appreciate everyone hanging out. 26 people still watching, so that's pretty incredible. So I hope you guys have had fun. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing some cards, hearing us talk a little bit about the National and Hobby Palooza and just the hobby in general. Appreciate Dave and Scott for joining me. 2 awesome guys. They're not perfect. No one is. They're both Mets fans. But other than that, they're pretty good guys.
Yeah, I like the Jets too, so you kick me more on down.
Yeah, see, some people are a little less perfect than others,
I'm a Cowboys fan, so
I don't care. I like you should come to Philadelphia. I like when Cowboys fans rile up the Eagles people.
No, I don't go to any place that they have to have a jail and everything else inside the building. So, but I will make it.
I definitely appreciate you joining. Had a good time. Definitely looking forward to the National. Looking forward to maybe doing some more live streams. Need to make time for that. The problem is you sit there and go, oh, we could do one for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And it damn right well it's going to turn into 3 hours.
Just got to start earlier.
I mean, then it turns into 7 hours. But, yeah, it was a good time. So with that being said, have yourselves a good night.
All right, guys. See you on 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks.